final semifinal match in the Dynamic Men's Super League between Mallory Eagles and the London Giants. Very excited to introduce myself. My name is Jess Smith, and I'm joined tonight by Neil Ryan. Hello, Neil.
How you doing?
Doing all right. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling unbelievable. We, as Americans, are taking over the Volleyball England stream. So all English people out there, right? We have the utmost respect for your beautiful country, but this stream, it's going to be a little more exciting than you're used to, okay? We're going to have a lot of charisma. There's going to be a lot of fun had here, and we're going to watch an excellent match of volleyball. I cannot wait to see these two teams battle it out.
Oh, yes. I'm super excited about this. Just to remind you guys about all of the exciting volleyball that we've already seen today. So the morning started off with the first women's semifinal match between Mallory Eagles women and London Lionhearts Venarius, which Mallory Eagles won in 3 straight sets. We then watched a very exciting match between Team Side Out Polonia and Essex Rebels women, which went to 5 sets.
Oh, what a match that was. Oh my
it was
gosh.
Incredible. And then Essex Rebels took that in the end, having the reverse sweep in the 5th set. We've just finished watching yourself, Neil, as I know it's gonna be tough to hear.
Still
but
a little
we have
sore
to talk about
from it. It only happened about 9 minutes ago. So,
So we just finished watching the Essex Rebels men and Newcastle Knights. Now, this also went to 5 sets. Incredible match. I really enjoyed watching you guys play.
It was a fun one.
So you guys took the first set. Essex took the next 2 sets. You guys took set number 4, and then set number 5 went to a whopping score of 16-14.
Extra points.
Extra time.
Heartbreaker.
Absolutely. But you guys played really well. I mean, both teams played really well, let's be honest.
Excellent match.
Yeah, and to say that you guys lost 3-1 in both of your regular season matches, like it was really good to see you take that to 5 and really push them quite hard.
No, honestly, it's one of those matches when you're playing against a strong side. I mean, they've won just about everything so far you can win in the country. So when you can take a team like that into the extra points in the 5th set, you can't be anything besides happy. You know, obviously you'd love the result to swing the other way, but I mean, every single person tuning into that stream, besides our mothers and sisters, were expecting us to get swept there. So, you know, you got to be excited about that result, regardless if it went your way or not. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you guys have a match tomorrow anyway, so you can battle it out for the bronze medal against the loser of this match. So I'm sure you're excited to be up here analyzing and watching.
I'm taking notes already on the hitting lines.
Yeah. Trying to get the inside scoop. Although, okay, so you weren't here when AJ and I were talking, obviously, because you were down on the court.
Yeah.
We were saying, funnily enough, that when the men are doing hitting lines, a lot of them are just trying to bounce the ball. Like, are you guys competing with one another? Who can get the highest bounce?
Great question. When you watch a game, there's a lot of angles, shots, using the block. When you're watching hitting lines, there's absolutely not a single piece of that in hitting lines whatsoever. Everybody's trying to beat the skin off of the ball. It is a contest from the absolute first ball in. So you're totally right. There's no strategy involved whatsoever. It's just who can hit it the hardest. And if anybody disagrees, they're lying to your face, okay?
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. Okay, so we've talked about the matches that we've had so far. Tomorrow there's going to be 4 matches again, so there'll be 2 matches for the bronze medal, 1 for the women's and 1 for the men's. And there will be 2 matches for the gold medal, 1 for the women and 1 for the men's. Both of the gold medal matches will be the winners of today's 2 matches, so there will be some really good matchups as we go into tomorrow.
I'm very excited to watch them play out, honestly. Even today's, the ones that we've seen so far, I mean, every team I've watched so far, I think, could comfortably be playing in the final tomorrow, regardless of how the balls fell in the first match for them. I think any of these teams could be comfortably in that game, ready to go. So, which has been awesome to see that level across the board for the men's and the women's side.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Sorry, I was trying to update my thing so I could tell you guys who's playing tomorrow, but I'm clearly have lost my mind and can't get this sorted out for myself.
Sorry, it's been a long day. We are at the finish line now. It is in sight.
Yes, but it's going to be that Essex Rebels
I think Mallory, right? Yeah.
Sorry. It's going to be that Team Side Out Polonia take on Lionhearts Venarius for the bronze medal match. And Essex Rebels women take on Mallory Eagles women for the gold medal match.
Well, I'm excited to watch that one. A lot of great players on the court at the same time, which is always so much fun. Big middle presence as well for both of those teams. I think that's really going to be the story of those games, is who can dominate in the center of the court.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So For the men's, we can't tell you who's going to play yet because we need the outcome of this match to
We
be
will
able to
find out.
We are going to find out. But it will certainly be exciting in any case. Right. As the teams are hitting, let's just talk about the results and how these two teams finished in the league. So, Mallory Eagles finished second in the league.
Yep.
London Giants finished third in the lead.
Yep.
And if we're going to say that, we have to also say this is their first season in the Super League.
Yes, I have. Yep, I was going to say somebody had mentioned that as well. So, I mean, what a turnaround for that club.
Yeah.
To just come right up and then be in the, be in the semis immediately.
Yeah, from promotion to Final Four, what a story.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything in particular that stands out for you for either of these two teams across their seasons?
I think, I would say there's something about the Mallory Eagles. It seems to me that whenever they find themselves in those big games, they always seem to come out with it, except against the London Giants in the second half of their season. 3-1 loss, if I'm not mistaken there, where you see Mallory in these 5-setters. They always seem to find a way. Maybe it's because they've got Nathan Fulton on the opposite. Maybe that's the way that they get out of these games. But this is the one match that they could not pull off one of those victories. So let's see how much have the sides improved, how much have they worked. I'm very interested to know the preparation behind it. What have they been looking at in the other teams? But I think this is the matchup that a lot of people have been really excited to see throughout the entirety of the season, especially with the new acquisitions on the Giants side. I mean, they have just added some absolute ballers, which is it's just flipped their season on its head.
Yeah, which is exactly where I was going to go with it. You know, the team that we see now for Giants is so different to what they had at the beginning of the season, and they've made some really smart acquisitions, and they've really been taking advantage of that. Mm-hmm. And you're right, it's absolutely catapulted them up in the rankings. So definitely excited to see who they can put out there, what they're going to do, what kind of changes they might make.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, like you said, Mallory Eagles losing 3-1 just in February to this London Giants team, which now they've made acquisitions since that match as well, so that it's still going to be a little bit of a different matchup. Yeah,
it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays in with a lot of new players on the court, because obviously, you know, you've seen these teams play each other, but with all these new blood, I mean, who's going to make the difference, you know?
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah. Nope, totally agree with that. So excited to see what Mallory Eagles bring today as well. You know, you mentioned Nathan Fulton already. Mm-hmm. He's obviously a big offense weapon in their offense right now, but they have a lot of really good players across the patch. They do really great defense. They are super solid in service reception. Yep. You know, what is it about Mallory Eagles that makes them so consistently in this top four?
It's a great question. Honestly, I think the unsung hero of the Mallory Eagles is the middle presence. I think that obviously you have dominant pins. Nobody will deny that. And I think the speed to the pins is massive to how they can convert so successfully and consistently on their offensive side. But I think that all starts with dominating their middle. I mean, Logan Clark is an absolute baller. You see him running pop and float routes like he's a Division I NCAA player, you know, and stuff like that. It opens up the floor for all these guys. And if you give Nathan Fulton a one-on-one block, there's not much that you can do as a defender around that except close your eyes and stick out your platform.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And as you say that, you know, just to point out, we're zooming in on Nathan at the moment. He is our player to watch for the Mallory Eagles. So definitely somebody to keep an eye on. He's got an incredibly powerful attack.
Yeah.
Like you said, close your eyes and pray is the best thing that you can do.
No, I mean, if you're a fan of English volleyball, then you know his name. So obviously he's going to be the one to watch. Anybody who's seen him play a match will understand the intensity that he plays with. And I think that'll be very interesting to see if he can get those one-on-ones, especially if they dominate the middle early. I think that's going to be the key for them. But it'll be interesting. Depends on the pass, though. London Giants is an excellent serving team. Oh, my gosh. We played them about 2 weeks ago, and, I mean, it was just raining jump serves.
Yep. And speaking of Giants, you know, our one to watch for the Giants team is Lafpreet Sandhu, number 13, who's also their opposite. So we've got two opposites that we're watching. So battle today.
Love that. No,
really
he's got a whip for an arm. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he's got a massive 163 kills in the season with a hitting percentage of 23%. So that's quite good, actually.
Excellent.
Yeah, and he's also got a number of blocks, 8 solo and 18 combo blocks.
There you go.
So massive presence out there.
No, I'm excited to see these two battle it out.
Yeah, definitely going to be exciting. So the teams are just huddled up now as we're just about to start. We're going to have the starting lineups in just a second. and we'll walk you through the starting lineups. We're going to have Mallory Eagles announced first, followed by London Giants, just because Mallory Eagles are the higher seeded team, so their classes home, as it were. Although it is interesting, there's no home field advantage in this venue.
Very true.
So, really great crowd. We've got an amazing DJ. We've got an amazing MC out there keeping everybody pumped up. We've got a good crowd. We've got drums out in the crowd. Everybody looks like they're getting ready to cheer. I can see there's quite a lot of drums over in the Mallory section right now.
Both these teams' fan sections travel in style, and that's something, especially if you played against them, that you know. I swear, especially when we were in their gym, I mean, I couldn't hear myself think when I was on the service line. It sounded like a drum line. It's unbelievable. So it's great to see these fan sections out here, you know, supporting their people, getting hyped up, filling this place up.
Yep, so they're just going to have a bit of a presentation here. Ahead of this match.
Oh, look at that flag out there. I don't know if you guys can see that on the stream, but we've got a massive London Giants flag waving in the colors. I said they travel in style, and I did not lie.
We're just going to show you guys the flag, just so you can see the scale of it.
Look at that. It's about the size of him. Look at it. Oh, gosh, that's so good.
Okay, so we're just going to introduce our referees today. So for this semifinal match, we've got Giorgio Scatinia Gianfagna as our first referee and Katerina Sepanova as our second referee. And now we're going to have Mallory Eagles making their way onto the court. So starting off with our one to watch, Nathan Fullerton, number 8, and as we mentioned, he is the opposite for this team. Followed by number 1 outside Ben Kwame. Then number 4 middle Logan Clark. Number 5. Sorry, come back to that. Number 14. Number 18, Dylan Cohen. And number 19, Joel Martinez, who is the setter. And their starting libero is going to be Dan Hunter. So we've got, sorry, I missed number 15, Dalton Bunn, who is an outside. And we're just going to have the London Giants coming on next. So starting with their captain, number 12, Seth Chen, who is a setter.
Massive difference maker on this team here.
Then we're going to have that followed by number 3, middle, Brandon Lopez. Then number 4, outside. Sorry. Number 5, Noah Lissandro, middle. Number 13, opposite, Lovepreet Sandhu, who we said is our one to watch. Then we've got number 20, outside, Pierce Johnson. Number 87, Julian Point, who is the other outside. And their starting libero is number 97, Jesus Rodriguez. So we've got the starting lineups out on the court now. Exciting times. So much to look forward to.
We are seconds away from the first serve here.
Seconds away from greatness.
This gym is packed. The vibes are high.
The music is banging as well.
The music is banging. The DJ is getting the crowd up. Last game of the night.
Right, we are going to
there are the drums.
Oh yeah, that's quite loud. Hopefully you guys can't hear that too much because we have quite good directional microphones. for our commentary team. I will just correct myself as well. The libero, number 97 for London Giants, wears Izaguirre on his top, so we'll call him that today during this match. So just waiting for the referee, the second referee, to check the lineups and let them know that the liberos can now move on to the court. Chen was just not quite in his place. So
here we go.
Liberos are now swapped. We're going to have London Giants to serve first. So excited for this match.
Jesus with an absolutely fresh fade. Look at that. He must have got that done 15 minutes ago. He looks fresh out of the barbershop. Got to figure out where he goes for that.
It's got to be one of those Turkish barbers, right?
Must be, right?
All right. So we've got Lovepreet Sandhu, the opposite, serving first for London Giants to start us off. Second referee just reminding the bench of both squads that they have to stay behind the advertising board. And now we'll have Sandhu start us off. So really tough topspin serve to start with. What a set out.
Ooh.
And what a block to start things off.
Straight down from Chen there. An absolute presence at the net.
I mean, it's not something that you tend to see from a setter, but that is a monster block
That
and a
is
half.
massive.
Great start for them. Expecting another heavy serve to come in. Oh, we've gone a little bit off pace this time. So straight out. Out to Fullerton. Let's get that opposite rolling.
Oh.
Chase down ball for Giants. And they do get it back across the net, but it is a free ball. So going straight back out to Bund.
Just misses there. Looking for the deep corner. The idea is perfect there. I mean, you've got a foot of space both ways. The defender's not touching that. He's just barely missed it by a hair.
Yeah, it's definitely what you want to see. Those types of aggressive errors, that's not
what you're
want to
looking
see.
for.
Yeah. Sandhu with a heavier serve again this time. It's a decent pass. Going back to Fullerton, who has to push it because that set's a little bit too far forward for him. So we're going outside. And smart swing there from Dorian Point down the front of the block. Dream start here for the Giants. 3-0. Although interesting, it looks like the folks in the chat think that the Eagles are going to take this one in the end.
Interesting. Dang, 67%. I thought it'd be a bit closer than that, considering Mallory's recent victory over them. But the fans have spoken. They love their Eagles. Let's see if Clark is. Oh, and he's floating today. All right, he's got quite a jump serve as well on him, but he's decided not to.
That's really good read from the libero. And a quick roll shot is effectively a free ball, and the setter dump.
Beautiful there.
That type of court awareness from your setter is just something that you can't replace.
Yep. Especially in transition there. That's when setter dumps are most effective. When the team's scrambling, trying to play around the block. That's when you've got to do it.
Clark puts in a serve. Chen puts it outside to Point.
Oh. Clark cannot corral that one. A great swing from Dorian on the outside. Another acquisition for this Giants team, transferring from Essex Blaze, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I was going to say, I'm sure I've seen Point before.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, okay. So that brings Point up to serve.
Ooh,
And then
pass,
overpass. Nearly.
That is definitely something to watch there. Mallory's setter, while very skilled, definitely is on the shorter side, so there is a mismatch available there. But, I mean, he's got very high game IQ, and he definitely doesn't present himself as somebody who's a liability in the front row. As we saw in his dump, I mean, he gets excellent touches, and he'll stuff you if you get too cocky and try to swing down on him.
So Point again with a heavy serve. Going to the pipe this time. And a net touch call on Lissandro.
It's a great pipe run there. Again, I mean, the Mallory setter can just distribute from just about anywhere, especially when your body's flying to the outside, the entire block's moving that way. If you can drop it behind your head, at least keep him honest. It's huge.
So the setter serves just over the tape. That's a really good serve. but Giants take that to the outside. Great diving pickup from the libero. And Bund takes a swing. Bump set to Fullerton.
Excellent swing there and a transition play. I mean, low pass and, like you said, an excellent bump set there to the opposite. Ooh, look at that replay. Just paints the back corner there. If you're an opposite, that deep one is your best friend. You've got to learn how to hit that consistently if you want to succeed at a high level. Ooh, Chen into the ad board.
Goodness. A service for Martinez there. That's a great serve from him. The player's just checking that the advertising board is intact.
We've got to pay for this hall somehow, so we've got to keep that in one piece.
I'm sure they're fine. They're made for that kind of stuff. So Martinez serves again. Another float serve. Targeting point this time. And then great block coverage. Woo! And
Chen has a go at it himself. Love that. Let's see that one again. Off the net as well. Takes a two-step approach and just plasters it into the 6. Wow.
Really exciting to see when you've got those aggressive setters up front. Happy to take a swing.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I know.
Just some confusion about who the on-court captain is for Eagles. As we have Lissandro serve. Kwame with an overpass. And Nathan Fullerton getting that reciprocal overpass.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Chen, then there's not much that you could do. Just throw the hands up. I mean, he's just hit it right over him. No way to say it. You know, he's put up his block in the great spot, but it's just right over into the back line. There's not much there. You just got to watch it fly.
Yeah, smart play by Martinez there to make the London Giants think that he was going to be taking that ball. So really out of system here.
What a set there. Go.
Wow. What a smart play from Bowen.
Great play.
From Johnson. Would help if I was using the right names. So we have Chen to serve. Kwame with a decent pass this time, and the single-handed set is decent. Chen gets a good set up there for Sandhu.
Excellent cross-court swing there. Just leaves no doubt. I mean, he's positioned perfectly defensively, and it just flies off him into the stands.
Chen with another float serve. Kwame with a pass further off the net, and he's stuffed down by Sandhu.
I mean, he's just got nowhere to go there. Let's see that again. Out of system set, pushes hard. I mean, it's a great swing trying to find some hands, but he's got no options there.
Yeah, we've got a really early timeout call from the Mallory Eagles head coach, Jefferson Williams, looking to stop this momentum before things get out of hand. I'm sure that Mallory are wanting to try and take this in 3 sets if they can do.
That's a massively important skill as a coach to have. I mean, you've got to be able to know when to call timeouts, because if a service run or a streak of momentum starts to go too far, you can lose the set before you. We've kept it to 3 here, called timeout and reset. First ball side out, and we're within 2. I think that's no problem for these Mallory Eagles. But once you get into the 4s and 5s, it's very hard to come back against a good team, especially like London Giants.
You say that, but just going to say, in the last match, there were a couple of 5-6 point
Very
swings
true.
either way. So it can happen.
It can happen. It can happen. But you've got to have the heart for it.
You've got to
Do
have
they
the
have
heart.
the heart? I don't know. They might. We can find out right now.
Yep. You've got to have the heart, but you've got to have the service pressure as well.
That is true.
So important in the men's game.
Yep.
So Chen out of the timeout with a hybrid float serve there. And out to Fullerton. I think Johnson will be a bit disappointed with himself there.
Excellent play there. That's one of the first perfectly in system we've seen the Mallory Eagles run so far. Great pass from the outside. You know, you'd like to see a middle run there, but I think that's exactly what the Giants are looking for, and he just dishes to his guy. I mean, this is the biggest game of the season. You've got to put it in the hands of your best player. Ooh, nice reverse set. Doug. In system. Oh, and another huge stuff.
That's a great block.
Lopez is taking away the entire half of the court here for these Mallory outsides. Yeah, I mean, he's got a, his approach is facing directly towards the 6, and I mean, he just reads it like a picture book and takes it away. Nice pass there. There's our middle run.
Oh.
What a dig, though. Nice set there from the opposite. Tips over, scooped up.
The backcourt outside to set that ball. Now the libero steps in. So point again down the front of the block, but covered. Oh, nearly.
Dorian has snuck about 3 through the hands of the block right now, and the question is, when will his luck run out?
And then we have straight into the net there from Johnson. Which brings Fullerton up to serve.
Nice float there. Pass well by Dorian. Sets opposite. Lovepreet off the platform / chest of Dan Hunter. Oh.
Wow, well left. Well left.
Dan Hunter absolutely wore that ball.
Another serve there from Lopez, and the overpass is picked up. What a pancake. Kwame with the self-cover. Going back to Fullerton. He hits that one long.
Just misses.
Referee just wanting to talk to the captain here for London Giants. Not exactly sure what's going on.
Nice short float put in by Lopez there.
Oh.
Passes off. Nice save, though, into the 10 ball. Nice dig from Chan. So that's going to go to the opposite. And a line swing dug masterfully by Hunter. And that,
that
one.
does well to stay
Ooh.
inside the
I
antenna.
was going to say, I think that might have been out, but it's saved. Oh. They wouldn't dare call an outside the antenna on the glorious Nathan Fullerton.
Oh, what a swing, though. Really smart play here. Some great defense so far from Mallory Eagles and from Giants, to be fair. There's been incredible touches, but that pancake from Hunter.
Just all heart. It's grit. And that, you can't teach that. That's not something you can teach. You got to either have it or you don't. Ooh.
Quick 3-ball to the middle. Oh, that's a very high out of system set.
Nice recycle.
Oh, that's beautiful cover by Chen. Sandu again. Hard into the block. Point just getting a really smart fingertip to that ball. And somehow.
I mean, the one very obvious question there is, have you seen a better out-of-system set than that in the last 4 years of you watching volleyball? 5 years, 6 years? I mean, he's outside. He's basically on the bench. He's basically coaching the team, and he's launched it across the court, and he's got an assist.
Perfect. I don't know how Kwame got that down the front of the block, though, honestly.
I'm rewatching that later. I'm
Yes.
going back on the stream and I'm rewatching that out-of-system set later. I promise you that.
What a pass. Out to Sandu.
Ooh, what a dig.
Good defense from the setter. Good for Bund, but it's well defended. Point again.
I mean, he's just getting under every single block.
I think the speed of the set to point, because it's quite a flat ball.
Yeah.
Like Chen's putting out my hand's already up and I'm just pushing it straight at you. And at the minute, it feels like Clark is really struggling to get there. So it's giving Point that space.
Totally agree. There's a nice pass there. Oh, and he tries it.
That's a good cover.
Oh. I mean, that's this new Giants looking team, and their identity is this massive block. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, they've been shut down on the outside, they're shutting down the middle, especially when Fulton's back row.
Yeah.
You just got to hope to put some service pressure on, but they haven't been able to do that. Ooh, just missed from left feet there.
Yeah. So Sandu had a really good service run his first time around, and having that service error this time, a little bit difficult to deal with. for them, although he did have 3 serves in a row, so it's not like it wasn't anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, Point just changing his mind at the last moment there. So out of system from Lissandro, taking advantage of the middle and the backcourt.
Great out of system swing there. I mean, that's one of those where you just let it fly because every single time he's done it, it's been a kill so far, so why not?
Yeah.
Once you get blocked a couple times, then the shots start to work in. But swing away while you can.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So Point brings himself up to serve. Ooh. And that ball is well into the stands.
Yep.
What? Are we going to have another timeout? Yes, we are. Okay. I was just going to say, I think Jefferson Williams is waiting as long as possible because he only had 1 timeout left.
Yep.
However, it is 18-10.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got to call it at some point there. They just cannot seem to get these guys off the service line.
Is it the passing or is it the finish?
It's a great question because, yeah, that's the thing. They've been converting out of system as well. So what is the story? I don't know. I mean, they've been just playing a complete set here so far. Thank you, Stylus. I appreciate the love in the chat there.
Always love to get some feedback from our watchers.
All right. All right, coming out of the timeout here. Down 8. How do the Eagles respond here? I mean, you've just got to get in the system. I think that's the answer. You've got to get in system if you want a chance against these big blocks.
Yeah, Mallory has to do something to get around that block. What can Point do out of the timeout? Short ball onto the middle.
Ooh.
And a net touch call. And immediately Johnson saying, yeah, that was me, that was me.
That's big. I mean, this is the time if you're Mallory, if you're going to go on a run, it's now because you've got Fullerton back to the front row. And if you're going to do it, it's got to be now because once they get into the 20s and you haven't broken 15, I mean, against a club like Giants, very tough to get out of that hole.
Yeah. And even if you have the skill to do it, like mentally, it's really tough to get out of that. Oh, that's a great middle play. What a chest up puncher. That was epic. Chen with a great set.
There's a block.
Huge block from Cohen.
That's massive. What a press there. I mean, entire forearms over the net. He's got nowhere to go there. He's got to roll it or get blocked.
Martinez now. Chen to Sandu, who launches that one.
Oh, looking for a high touch there.
Definitely going for fingertips.
Very tough to get that call without replay.
Yep, and that was where I was going to go with this is like, how do you bridge that gap between trying to touch the fingertips but knowing that you don't have a Hawkeye system?
That is a great question.
And Martinez puts that one into the net, which brings up 19 points for Mallory Eagles, although they did close the gap a little bit. They're down to 6. Got a serving substitution coming in for Lissandro. So we're going to see number 9. He is an opposite Andy Maskadov, so this is clearly a serving substitution. Maybe shore up that defense a little bit. Good jump float.
Hard driven down the line.
And Fullerton from the outside is over the top of the 3-man block.
I mean, what are you supposed to do about that? Please. Anybody, volleyball people in the comments, coaches, players, fans, please give me a solution to that right there.
I love Martinez just running past. I don't want to be in the way of this attack. And that serve is well long.
It's an unfortunate error there.
Yeah, Bund really needed to get that serve in. It's, you know, it's a game of margins. If it had missed by a little bit, yeah, maybe. But you need to get it somewhere close to the court. Make your opponents think about it at least.
Yep.
So this is that point that you said. Giants are at 20. Mallory haven't broke 15 yet. Mentally, how do you manage this? Oh, what a set.
Wow.
And what a defense.
Another unbelievable set.
Great self-cover from Fullerton there. Out to Kwame. And again, some good defense. Some really good containing block touches.
Oh.
And Fullerton is in the net.
Costly net touch there.
Yeah. I think actually, now, this is my personal opinion, obviously. think
away.
that Fullerton touched that ball before the attacker did.
I could see
and
it.
that is invasion.
I could see it. I think physically he's capable of it, and I think you've got to have some really good glasses on the ref stand to catch that one. I think we've got a good angle of it as well.
Oh, yeah, no, we have a really, really nice angle. So Chen puts in another float serve. Another one of those paintbrush-esque B-balls out, and some confusion on the Giant side leads to a free ball. What an angle from Kwame, but it's just a little wide.
Unfortunate play there. It's picked up well. I mean, the shot is there. He's just missed it by an inch. Now, I think if you're the Eagles now, I think you've got to assume that this set is mainly lost, but the question is, can you gain momentum for the next set? There we go. Miss serve will start it.
That will help things.
Don't get me wrong. Stranger things have happened. I'm not saying this Mallory Eagles team could not score 7 straight points, but against a team like Giants, especially with their blocking and defensive presence, I think it would be very difficult.
I think as well it's going to be difficult to have that type of a service run when you've got your middle serving, unless they have an incredible serve.
Yep.
Because they're just not going to be your best defender. So,
There's
although that is, oh no, it's still up, still alive. What a cover. But back to the middle again.
Presence. With a little stare down as well. We got a little Clark stare down there. Let's watch it again. Keep your eyes peeled after he obliterates the ball into the one. Looks right at him. Gives him a little yell as well. Trying to get some energy going for this Eagles side. And personally, I'm for it. You've got to fire him up somehow.
Oh, that's a good serve. It's over. Kwame.
Unfortunate net touch there.
Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. I think he put so much energy into that ball that he kicked the.
Yeah. No, I believe it. I mean, he's up so high, he could do it.
Hybrid serve. Kwame with a very tight pass. Single-handed set. Clark trying to do something with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not clicking right now for the Eagles side. I think Giants came out hot, and the Eagles usually can respond to that. They can respond to a fast start. They can get themselves back into games, but they haven't been able to do that so far. Big service error there. We'll give them another chance to make a play. Get a little sub here. Get some other hands warm. Nice pass there by Dorian. What an opposite set. Ooh.
What?
He finds a way to just slip it in those windows. I mean, he was our player to watch for a reason, and if you've been watching, you've seen a lot of him. He's been just obliterating the line. And the question is, if you're the Eagles, do you shift the block and take the line away, or do you force him to continue to hit it? I don't know. I think after the third time he lit up my libero, I think I would shift the block, but
yeah,
I don't know.
But if he's that good, he's just going to hit around the block the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very
you just
true.
got to be
Pick
tricky.
your poison.
Yeah. We're going to have a kiss cam, but we don't have a kiss cam. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes' time for set number 2. All right, we will be starting here again for set number 2 in just a moment's time. Just wanted to give you a couple of stats from set number 1. So an impressive 14 kills from London Giants in that first set against 6 for Mallory Eagles. You can see where those blocks are really coming into play. And to that point, there were 4 block kills for Giants versus 1 for Eagles.
I mean, that's just, those numbers are too lopsided. I mean, as we saw in the final score there, but if Mallory Eagles want to stay in this game, they've got to even those out a bit more. I will say, though, a lot of London Giants kills off the hands, under the block, which, don't get me wrong, takes a lot of skill to do that. I do think if Mallory can tighten the screws just a little bit, then we're not going to see as many of those trickle through the block, and I think that set's a lot closer if you don't have those. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Maybe a bit more pressing, a bit more intention on the block from the Eagles here. But
yeah. Completely agree with you there. So we've got Mallory Eagles setter Martinez to start us off for set number 2. So we've got an out-of-system set already. Sandu with a tip, which brings up the pipe. Great pickup. And out to Poink, who has caught the ball.
he's caught it in the middle of the point. He was very confident on that call that was coming, and it did not come.
Really interesting there. It's one of those things where, as a player or as a coach, you would always tell everybody on your team, play to the whistle no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
You just keep going. What a swing from Lysandro there.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get a little more involved here, but, I mean, the reality of it is, if your opposite is mashing 6 kills down the line without anyone stopping him, do you even need to run the middle?
Yeah, I guess that's fair, because you had, although Dorian Poink was the top scorer for
He did have a lot of those sneaky little tricklers, came under the block, over the block.
I can't imagine that there's much of a difference between him and Sandu, though.
Oh.
What a swing from Fullerton.
Nice little 4-4 there, just above the 3 meter.
Better start for Mallory already.
No chance the libero has a chance on that.
Good serve there from Bund.
Just misses the line. Very rare to see Jesus get aced.
Yeah, what a service from Bund, though. He's coming in with some good whip for a float serve. So Bund to serve again. A little bit shorter this time. And again, he gets an ace.
Back to back. There's a little energy in that Eagle side. We didn't see that in the first set.
I like the tweak to the serving strategy. They're not going hard. They're going smart.
Yes, totally agree. If you want to outpower this London Giants team, it's not something that you're going to succeed at. You've got to do it mentally. You've got to do it through coaching and through rotations, taking advantage of players out of system.
Yep, so we've got an early timeout call, even earlier than the one that we saw in set number 1, where it's 4-1 now. So it was a 3-point lead in the last set as well, but it was a bit further down the road. Michal Stoev just trying to stop things in their tracks. And I think he's got his kit on as well, so we
I was just going to ask, do we see Stoev tonight on the court? Let's get an official prediction in.
I would say no.
Okay, all right.
Not because I know he's an excellent player. I've seen him play before. He's really great. However, the team looks gelled together right now.
Very true.
Yes, I get that they're struggling right this second. They're getting some tricky serves. However, outside of this blip, and I'm going to call it a blip, they look like they are working well as a unit.
I don't know. I think if they drop this set, I think that warm-up kit might come off, but we'll find out, I suppose. Maybe he's saving his legs for tomorrow.
Chin out to Sandu. That's a great dig from Bund there. And another one of those 32 Well, what I would call a 32, you might call it
Hey,
something.
I would call it. I would call it. I think a 31. But I'm
Okay.
with you.
Yeah.
B-ball in these parts.
Yes, a B-ball. So such a smart play. That's a really far set
Yeah.
to make as well
Oh,
because it's out of system.
It's beautiful though because it keeps their middle blocker honest when she get into that like 3-4 meter zone.
Yep. Poink with a tricky two-handed push, and the connection doesn't quite make it, but Kwame with a good bit of cover there. Shed back to Sandu. Doesn't get over the tape this time.
Chen seems to need a little breather here. I think he's over-revving a bit. Trying to do a little too much there, but he's going to calm himself back down. Clearly one of the centers of this team, keeping that calm presence on the court. That's what you want from a setter.
Yeah, it's such an important part of the game. Your setter and your libero really set the tempo for all of your other players. Oh, that's an excellent dig from Martinez there. And again, another good pickup. Hunter out to Fullerton for an out of system and a block out kill.
This lead is sneakily growing. We're at 6 points now. 7-1 Mallory on top of the Giants.
Okay, my prediction might have to change because this is getting to be more than a blip now. Although they are still struggling with this bun serve.
Yeah, he's really giving them the work
that's
right now.
Exactly the pass they needed. But look at that defense. Kwame he knows he's smaller. He's using those hands, and is that actually up?
The ref seems to think so.
Oh, that's over.
Oh. Error mistake there from the captain. Tossing it on over on one.
Yeah, Fullerton will be a little bit upset with himself there. Trying to make a perfect pass on that effectively free ball. Just pushing it a little too far. Giants did well to capitalize on that, though. Get themselves out of that rotation.
Needed it.
Poink with a heavy top spin.
Just misses it.
Yep, just misses.
By a nose hair. I mean, that's one you'd love to have that Hawkeye technology on it and see if it just grabbed a piece of that line.
I don't know. I think I agree with the line judge on that one. It
No, I agree
just
as well.
marginally out.
Absolutely.
But yes, I would love to
Would
see
be
the
nice.
replay. The little ball squish. That looked like it was going to be a massive serve,
Yeah,
and then it
what's
just
up with
wasn't.
that? I thought he was about to uncork a missile, and then he's rolled it in. They ran a middle perfectly.
Oh, great swing from Lissandra there. And honestly, and AJ said this in the last match, in the men's game, you're either high service pressure, service miss, or your service treated like a free ball, which is exactly what happened on that one.
It's unfortunate because I think that is something that men's volleyball struggles with in watchability because a lot of people get frustrated with service errors. They find it hard to get involved in the game and get excited about it. But, I mean, you just can't pop in free balls. You're just going to get matched. There's no other choice. You've got to miss some serves.
Really out of system here. So Sandu sends over a roll shot. That's not the best pass from Hunter, though.
Ooh, nice back row.
Wow. What a pipe from Bun.
Let's see that one again. He is re-energizing this side right now. I mean, his service run, scoring from the back row. That's what you need from one of your star players.
Fullerton with a really flat float, but it's well handled. Wow.
Stuff from Clark there. Oh my gosh.
I don't know how you felt about that, but I felt like he was already in the air just waiting for that ball to come at him.
It did seem like that. It was like he had a magnet right to his hand.
Just floating there.
And once again, little stare down from him, and I kind of like it. I think you've got to get your boys going. Nice save there.
That's a really great bit of coverage. So Martinez, another setter dump.
Beautiful there for Martinez. The thing about that two-handed dump is it's scored there and it's scored earlier, but even if it doesn't, at the absolute worst, it keeps the defense drawn in when the ball's in your hands. It keeps you sucked in. You have to stay honest. If you get wide out to the lines and he does it, you've got no chance at it. So even when that dump doesn't work, my non-volleyball fans out there, it still has a reason.
Oh yeah, completely agree with that. Because
I may be defending myself when I do it and it doesn't work, but
you have to try something different sometimes because if nothing else, like you said, it'll throw off the defense or it'll open up the next set for one of your attackers because they think, oh, he didn't make it last time, he might try it again. It just gives the other team that one extra thing to think about.
Yep.
Throw them off just a little bit give them too many things. The
Yep.
more offensive options you have, the harder it is to defend because
Couldn't
you
agree
just
more.
don't know where to look.
Couldn't agree more. I think if a setter has a couple cards up his sleeve aggressiveness-wise, it opens up your whole offense.
So we've still got Fullerton on the line. We've got a really good service run again for Mallory. 9-point lead in this second set.
Ooh. Clark is taking over the net right now. Shuts down the B-ball. Let's see that again.
Again, let's just watch him because he just looks like he's floating there, waiting.
What a block that is.
You can see the press as well. I love that angle because you can see just how hard he's pressing his hands over the net.
Yep, totally agree. Just misses there. So it seems as though the serve target for the Eagles is Dorian here. And I'll say, I think he's been handling it pretty well. I think he's been passing good for the most part. I think they've had a tough time converting in this set. But, I mean, he's seen probably a good 60, 70, maybe 80% of the serves from the Eagles so far. I think he's doing a good job handling it.
Yeah, agree with that. So Chen with a jump top spin. Straight to the middle, but
Gets
this
it right
time,
back.
this time Lopez is the one floating in the air waiting for that ball to come at him.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
again, you can see just how hard these guys are pressing. This is really, really great volleyball.
Will that spark a little comeback here in set two?
Oh, what a pass for Bund there.
Oh,
Fullerton from the back.
too much pepper jack on that one as he sends it out the back.
Now that's interesting because I feel like Johnson saw that coming and
Yes,
pulled his hands
absolutely.
away. He was like, oh yeah, he's not getting this. It's fine. It's going to go out. Supreme confidence. So Chen continues. Oh, that's a beautiful pass. Kwame. Oh,
Just missed it.
okay, so confession time. You don't know this, but other
Okay.
people know this. I'm a libero.
Wow.
And as a libero, that makes me
How
so
could
sad.
I not know?
That makes me so sad because that was such an incredible dig.
Yeah, you do. You hate to see a great dig go by the wayside. That does hurt your soul. Speaking of great digs, Dan Hunter has got his name all over this match.
Oh, yeah.
There's another
He
nice
is
dig.
everywhere. Out to
It is.
Sandu. That's a good containing block touch. Beautiful pass. And what a middle, but wow.
Jesus is in all the right places, and he's been able to convert most of these touches to digs. And there comes the warm-up top off of Stoev's, and he's checking in. Ladies and gentlemen, controversy and climax here at the Crystal Palace Sports Center. Stoev has checked into the game. Does he get the first set here? That's the question. I feel like you've got to get him. You got to give it to him here.
Kwame. Oh, that's a great pass from Mizugiya.
Oh.
Straight out to Sandu on the outside. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a great deep corner swing there from Lovepreet.
All right, so Stoev to serve. That's a good serve, but Kwame again, that's a very tight pass. He's had a few of those now. So out of system to Fullerton. And well left by Stoev.
He's getting the bench on their feet as well. That's what you want a coach, player, owner, everything to do. Get the bench going.
Yeah, you need that energy fed in. So they're starting to close the gap a bit. Still a bit of a mountain to climb. Much better pass from Kwame that time. Out to Bund.
Sneaks it under.
Wow.
Excellent swing there. This Eagles team is passing. Their passing unit looks like a different back row right now. They are lacing these serves in. They've been able to run the middles. They've been able to run tempo to the outside. I mean, that was the story of the first. They weren't in system. They had no chance against that Giants block. So we'll see if they can hold up here.
Oh, that's a great bit of defense. Love it when the middle gets in there. Stoev takes that second ball. Beautiful block coverage by him as well. And Point self-cover. Chen back out to Point. Beautiful set to Bund here. And, oh, I think that ball was well out.
Wow.
But what an incredible scramble to keep that one going. But Oh, what a dig
Oh.
again.
What a rally we've got there.
That was an incredible rally. But a couple of bits for me. Izagira, everywhere. He's
Yes.
made
Oh my
some
God.
crazy touches.
Absolutely.
But on the other side, Clark had such a good dig.
Middle back row, and he's just absolutely soaking balls back there. I mean, what more can you ask for? Put in a nice serve, play some defense.
That's a good pass from Stoev. Sandu straight down the line.
It's a nice little stack run there with the C ball and the over. I mean, that's just, it gets Bundy up early, and then he's got a wide open net, and you've got no chance to dig him there.
Yeah, it's exactly like we were saying between the sets, where you just need to have more options to throw off the defense.
Absolutely.
That's a very soft serve. Is it going to get put away? Oh, Stoev.
Ooh.
Oh, net touch, Lissandro.
I was going to say.
He'll be a bit disappointed with that, although I think that ball was probably going out anyway. So good rotation here. Fullerton's now in the front row. Martinez is serving. They've also got Kwame in the back. He's got a really good jump on him, but he is a bit undersized. So this is probably where they want to be. Nearly.
It's a nice little stack run there.
Yep. And they've been doing that for the last couple of points, and you can see it's really effective for them.
No, it's working because the middles are, I mean, they're forced to hard commit, and then your pins get one-on-ones, which when you're playing at this level, it's almost a kill every time, you know, unless you've got some heroics in the blocker and the defense.
Yeah.
It's usually getting converted.
That was a tough serve.
Miscommunication.
I think as well, when you're giving a one-on-one to Point, who has, especially during the first set, showed just how much he's looking at where the block is before he touches the ball.
Totally agree.
Massive volleyball IQ there. So Sandu, is he going to put in another hard one, or is he going to change it up? Definitely hard. So Fullerton has to put in a two-handed push. So, oh, the setter dub.
Well placed there from Chen. All right, we've got an Eagles timeout here. Momentum starting to shift a little bit. They want to get ahead of it. I like that timeout call.
Yeah, they still got a 6-point lead, but they've got time now. Just call a timeout, break everything up, give you guys a breather, let them take that one moment to reset themselves mentally.
Yep. Totally agree.
And I know Jefferson Williams is a coach with an incredible amount of experience. He will be telling each of them, hey, do this thing, or hey, look at this one thing.
Yep.
And you can see they're all nodding. They're all getting pumped up in their huddle. They'll all be going out there.
Totally agree. I think if you're Mallory, I think you've got to put this one away quickly right now. You cannot let this Giants team get momentum, especially on the block, because once they get in rhythm, once they start moving as one unit, I mean, you've got very little chance to score. So you've got to put this one away quickly and carry that momentum into the next set.
Right, Sandu again. Another tough serve, but great pass there. Straight out to Bud on the opposite side. Oh, that's good cover from Hunt. Fullerton, bit of a roll shot there, and a net touch call. Was it Chen or Lysandra?
Sure. Couldn't see there. They're both moving very tightly. Not sure here.
Right, so Bund had a good service run his last time around. Single-handed set from Chen.
Oh, no chance.
I mean, you talk about a block as a roof sometimes. That is a roof,
He's
right?
taking the sun away. You've got nowhere to go.
Absolutely no way through there.
Massive timeout there. 2 points immediately off. And now the set seems to be lost when just before it didn't seem that way.
What a swing. Oh, that's
gotta
got to
go
go
over.
over. And it does. It made it.
Beautiful.
That's so good. Oh, what a dig again. Out of system again to Fullerton. Smart swing. And he does get that touch off of the fingertips.
Nice to see him get back on the score sheet there. Gone killless for a couple minutes. Having a word with the ref as well.
That co-defense from Bundon Martinez, and then the awareness to realize that ball had to go over as you're chasing it down.
Yep. I mean, this Mallory team is not, they want it. After that first set, there were questions for sure. I wasn't sure what was going on. And then, I mean, they've came out and just flattened them in this second set. So there's no question that they are in this game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So we've got double substitution on the London Giants side. So we now have Alexander Skidan come on as a backcourt setter. And in the front court, we will now have Maskadov as a front court opposite. And immediately under some service pressure, that ball was well over the net. Nathan Fullerton.
Down.
He will be really excited about that set.
Yeah, I mean, that's just served up on a platter there from Jesus. Trying to put it tight and make some offense out of it, which I respect, but just a bit too much fettuccine on it. And it's
that's a great pass from point. Maskadov with a roll, but it's well watched. And it looked like Bund didn't actually get that.
Yeah, I think we've got a net tape there.
Yeah. He has been good. Well, that brings Point up to the service line. And this time,
that one's in.
Wow.
Almost identical to his serve just a full rotation of 6 ago, but it's called in this time.
Yeah, it just dipped that little bit extra to keep it in. But the two defenders just looking at each other.
Yeah.
Your libero's got to take point on that.
If you nail the back line like that. He's done it again.
Exact same spot. Exact same spot. So if I was Jefferson Williams right now, I would be telling Kwame to come closer to the line, give Hunter a little bit more space, let him take that ball.
Yep.
He's the libero. He needs to make a touch on that.
Totally agree.
There we go. Get a touch this time. Another one of those B balls. Straight out to Stoyev, who's looking for high hands, doesn't get them. The idea is there.
Yeah.
We've got a substitution here. Okay, so a little bit more height coming into the front row for the Mallory squad.
Fan favorite here. Wow. Crowd's on their feet for that substitution.
Yeah, Jordan Dalrymple coming in as an outside.
Nice pass there from Stoyev.
Okay, so he's going to get up for the block here. That's a good containing block touch. Oh. Okay, you know it's a double when everybody goes, ooh, as soon as the ball is touched.
You can feel the whole room just deflate.
Everybody.
Love the idea.
Yes. A bit disappointing, but it happens. He's not a setter.
Yeah.
It's not his position. We can't all have hands like Neil. So Glazer serves. And then outside to the new addition, Dalrymple, who...
Coffin corner shot there.
Beautiful. Aptly bringing up set point for Mallory Eagles, 24-16.
Dominant showing here in set 2 for the Eagles.
Definitely. That's a beautiful pass from the libero here. Straight out to the opposite. Dalrymple again making an impact.
That's a super sub right there. Back-to-back match-sealing points. Wow. Late to get there, but turns his hips and presses like he's never pressed before and absolutely stuffs him.
Massive, massive performance from Dalrymple there. He's only on the court for 4 points. But he scored 2 of those points.
What more can you ask for? Hitting 1,000, perfect block, right? I mean, that's what you look for.
Exactly the type of thing that you're looking for. Really great set. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes for set number 3. All right, we're just about to get started here for set number 3. We have one set apiece for these two teams this evening. So definitely exciting already. Potentially to go to 5. We'll have to see how things pan out.
I mean, that's how it's looking right now.
It is.
We can't make any guaranteed claims.
It's so even between these two sides right now. So set 1, Giants 25-17. Set 2, Eagles 25-16.
Almost an exact flip.
Yes, almost an exact flip. Really crazy to see. The difference between these two teams right now, Giants are leading in aces, but they're also leading in service errors. So 5 aces and 7 service errors. Eagles have 3 aces, but only 2 service errors. So it's that little bit of a flip.
Yeah.
Really making a difference because the kills are the same.
Yeah.
Both teams have 18.
Yep. They're scoring efficiently.
Both teams have 5 blocks. They've really both stepped it up.
Yep.
It's all about service pressure versus service errors.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Sandu gets us started for set number 3 and Bund with a great serve, but immediate set shutdown.
They've tried to be there, but there was a lot of help from the setter there. Chen has helped that be pretty well, and I think they've cut off that power chip. Keep your eyes on the Mallory middle running behind here. I see that kind of coming around. He's out of system, so they can't do it, but if he was in system, he probably would have. Nice dig there from Jesus as well.
Yeah, really good. Oh, smart roll shot, but clearly red. And Fullerton, I think that was into the net.
No touch there. It's a nice cover, though, from the Mallory middle. Very well picked up. If you're not going to make it to the pin as a middle, you've got to be there for the tip, because if not, then you're just taking up space. So
yeah, really smart from Cohen there to just take that step back, see that the hand is coming ready to tip before he even got to the ball.
Yep.
So Sandu back to serve again. Bund is doing a good job of managing these serves. And Kwame with a hammer from the pipe.
Yeah, you've got to get him going here.
And then Giants.
You've got to get Kwame going here. Early, I think. He struggled in the first set, got blocked a couple times, got subbed out last set. Wasn't playing as bad, but got subbed out last time. So you've got to get him going early here, get him hot, get him back in rhythm if you want to have a full 6 and a full offensive attack ready to go. Nice dump from Chen there.
That's so smart. So smart. And again, it's that court awareness from your setter that you really need. They're such an integral part of the team.
Such a nice play. I didn't get to go on 2 at all today. I didn't get one. Every time my coach is like, hey, look for it. And I'm like, Coach, trust me. If there's one I can do it, I'm going to do it. Like, trust me. Unfortunate. But we press on. And as far as on goes, the serve is going out.
Yep. Bit long there from Johnson. As soon as he contacted that ball, he knew it wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings Bund up. He had some really good service runs in the last set. And then the commentator's curse strikes again.
Back to back.
So, in the last match that we commentated, I got a death stare at one point from AJ because I kept talking about the serves, and every time I would talk about the serves, one of you would miss a serve. Clearly, you could hear me. So, Lissandro puts a dipping ball in, but what an angle.
That's
wow.
what you need. You've got to get these outsides going early with that speed to the pin. That's a great run. The blocks go up. It's beautiful. You've got to keep that consistent here. This set's a lot closer now. I mean, those 2 sets before, we've already had a 4-point lead at this point in the game. So,
and again, another service error. However, I think on that one, that's the type of service error that you're willing to accept.
Yeah, agreed.
It's close enough. They had to think about it before they let it go, and it's not in the net.
Yeah, 100%.
So Chen up to serve. Great pass from Kwame there. And a solid middle attack.
Come on,
Can they
keep
chase
that
it
in.
down?
Go get it. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it wasn't too far off.
He's almost made that, though.
He did almost make that.
Oh, my gosh. We're about a half a foot to the right from having the most viral volleyball clip of the day, guys. So close.
So close. Like,
He's a foot into the bench, and he's almost put it back in the corner.
I know, it was only a few inches out wide of the antenna. So Fullerton puts in a float. Well passed by Stoev, who goes for the roll shot. He's trying to get it down the front of the block as they fall to the ground. I can see the idea.
Yep.
It's a really smart idea. Not the execution he wanted.
There's nothing worse as a blocker than to be floating on your way down and see that tip trickle over your hands. Absolute heartbreak.
Fullerton still going after Stoev. And wow. That defensive touch.
Hard luck there on a great swing. And it just ends up right on the line.
I think the referee just asking the second libero on the bench to keep his thoughts to himself. Maybe some.
They've been very vigilant about that, staying behind the bench today.
I think it was more about something that he said.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Ooh, off pass, nice out of system set. Got to work with it here. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, that's just one. You saw his eyes light up there. I mean, that's just one you've got to just shake your head.
Again, the speed of that offense just meaning that Clark isn't closing that block and getting his body as tight to the net as he needs to.
I mean, just can't be mad about that one.
No. Stoev again. That looks like it maybe was going long, but just looking behind him. That's too far forward for Fullerton. But the two-handed dig.
Excellent swing there from Johnson.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, as a lot of my outside hitters will agree with, it's super fun to bounce balls, but if you want to be someone who scores efficiently at a high level, I mean, those are the shots that are going to win you games right there. Those are the shots that are going to get you contracts. Hitting that back line, back corner, deep in between the seams. That's what wins games.
Oh, ace service from Stoev. That's a great serve from him. And you're right about the attacking piece, because it's all about that court vision. Can you see where the seam is in the block? Can you see that one of the blockers hasn't closed fully to the net, or one of their hands isn't turned in so you could do a block out kill? You have to be able to see when you're attacking and not just look at the ball.
Absolutely.
Great serve from Stoev, but even better pass from Kwame. Not the best connection on the middle attack, so free ball coming back over for Mallory. They put it to Fullerton, and that's a great touch. But kill.
Just uncorks one down the line there. Again, not much you can do about it. Let's watch this again. Great run. I mean, he's already in his second step when the ball's in his hands. You can tell these two are on the same page, Martinez and Fullerton.
I'd almost like to see a backcourt set for Fullerton a little bit further forward because I think he could put more on
I
it.
agree. There is a
Wow.
possibility of somebody getting concussed if that happens, though.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we would probably like to see all of our players not in an ambulance tonight.
I feel like, was that not 4 touches? Felt like that
I think
rolled off
I
of
think
the shoulder
he
of
recycled
somebody.
it. I think he might have got it. We'd have to see a replay on that. But once again, we are not equipped with that technology for the Hawkeye replay of the touches.
Yeah, unfortunately not. But what a serve from Kwame, though. That one came in with some heat. And he puts another one in. What a pass.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Jesus sets out, so we're going to go out of system to Bund. Really smart block
speed
out
on
kill.
that bump set. Usually those out of systems are just to the ceiling.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of height, but he was pretty close to Bund, and he was like, okay, you ready? Let's go. So, but that's all about, playing together, getting that, connection between the two of you, and being able to have like a one word as you're running at me, quick, quick, quick.
Yep.
That's all you need to get that ball up there.
Couldn't agree more.
So, fast timeout here for Giants. It's only a 1-point game, but it's all about the momentum. So, Mallory's just scored 3 points in a row.
Yeah, it feels like Mallory's got the momentum. I totally agree.
It does, but like just before this run of 3 points, Giants had scored 3 points
true.
in a row, and Mallory didn't call a timeout.
Up and down all match.
Yeah. So it's definitely a game of point runs and a few errors dotted in there as well. So it's all about who can tidy that up and how do you handle the service reception.
Totally agree.
So Kwame, is he going to come in with heat again after the timeout? No.
Into the net. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what we call a coach's kill. When you are stopping a service run and he misses out of the timeout, that goes down in the score sheet, not officially, but if you play volleyball, you understand.
All right, Lopez with a very long float. So long even that it's out again.
Just a bit too much mustard on that one, but it's the right idea. He's looking for the back corner. He's trying to get it over the setter shoulder, and I understand it, but just cannot execute perfectly on that one. Mallory now up 1. 10-9, and another one.
Oh, no. 3 in a row.
With a lot of jump servers on both teams, you've got to, as a float server, you've got to keep your serves in. I mean, that's just crucial because if you've missed 3 floaters in a row when your jumper gets up, he's supposed to be ace or error, and now he feels like he's got to put one in 60% because we've just missed 4 floaters in a row.
Which is exactly what Sandu's just done.
We've just seen
it unfold. And you can see here, now that was a good block from Johnson. So we're going to go out of system to Bund for Eagles, but that's good cover. Oh, I almost thought they were going to hit that on 2, but Fullerton with a rolling shot. What a smart point.
It's a great shot. Somebody's got to pull off and pick that up, though. I could see Chen hesitating there because obviously as the setter, in your mind, you're not geared towards taking first balls, especially off-tempo ones. But, I mean, it's better to have your lip set one than to have it drop like that in the middle of everybody.
So Martinez with a flat floating serve. That's a good serve. Sandu from the back. Wow. Oh, what a dig. Fullerton's going to get up there and joust on that one.
No chance.
Wow.
Battle of the Titans there in the middle of the net. Let's watch that again. Yeah, I mean, that's just straight back in your face. No wipe, no timing.
That's definitely Battle of the Titans. I'm going to have to agree with that. The 2 tallest players on the court, both with a massive presence, jousting it out.
Let's see if Chen gives him one back here. Oh, never mind. Martinez is giving him one back. Love Preet's having a jog around the backcourt here. Trying to stay warm. I like it. Which I don't know how that's a problem here because this hall is about 8 million degrees. At least it was earlier.
Well, we have had 3 service errors in the last 6 points. So
true. Oof, no error there.
No, that was a great serve. But Fullerton over the top of that block. What a chase.
Sandu can't get there.
Again, some really great defensive touches. If they could just contain it just that little bit more, keep it a little bit high, go straight up instead of going out the back of the court. It's all about timing, but when the ball's coming at you that fast, really all you're doing is reacting to it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have much else of an option. I totally agree.
Oh, Lissandro turns setter. And then, oh, that's good cover. Wow. Single hand.
One-handed. Sends it right back down.
Not exactly sure what Fullerton's arguing here. Any ideas?
I don't know. Maybe he yelled something through the net. They get a handshake there. Seem to be best buddies.
Okay, there must have been some sort of argument if they're shaking hands
Yeah.
now. Okay, you're shaking
Okay.
hands. Okay, everybody's okay.
Okay, yeah, I think he said to,
Don't cheer through the net. That's a normal volleyball rule.
Yep.
We are civilized. We're not. We try to be. The referee's trying to make us that way.
Yep.
I should say. So Lissandro, with his one-handed block, brings himself up to serve. Okay, pass from Hunter, but out to Fullerton again.
Nails the line there.
Fullerton really coming to the fore in this set. Is he warmed up now?
I think he's more than warm. I think he's firing on all cylinders here, and it's at the perfect time. They're leading 2 in the third set, a massive set here. Going up 2-1.
Oh, that's a big
is
block
huge.
on Lopez. So Stoev, block out kill.
Nice
Smart
use
play.
there. Nice use. Let's see what Chen's got up his sleeve now. Lovepreet's back into the front row, which is going to be massive for this Giants attack. Great serve.
That's such a heavy serve. Martinez trying to get out of the way, hoping that his middle can get up there in time.
We're all even here in set 3.
What an interesting set. A couple of runs of points either way. Chen with another heavy jump topspin. Kwame with a great pass, and it goes right back out to him. Oh, really smart high hand kill. Exactly what Mallory needed to get themselves out of that one. So we've got 15-14. And hello, Manu. Yes, it is me. Jess, you do know me. Hi. So Fullerton puts one in. So we're really out of system here. Stoev does well to get an attack on that ball. But a little bit of a scramble now on the Eagles side. Kwame, block out kill of his own.
Great use of the hands there. As an underside outside, you have got to be able to use the hands, and you've got to be able to do those. Yeah, let's see that again. Because obviously the height of the block is higher than his swing touch there, but he uses it so smartly. I mean, he's got a mean jump on him. Don't get me wrong. He can certainly hit around and down and over some people, but when you're faced with a big double block, you've got to be able to use the hand, especially the outside of the hand.
So point goes back in for Johnson. And to scramble, Bund with a set, but Fullerton can't do anything other than put that over as a tip. Sunday with a really strong swing from well off the net there. Back to Fullerton. Oh, straight down the line.
Jesus is beside himself that he hasn't dug that. He's in the perfect position.
He saw
You
it
can
coming.
see, yeah, it just gets stuck in between his arms there. Body's not faced into court. Yeah, that's an unbelievable swing down the line. I mean, that's Mallory's superpower. That speed of the outside keeps the middle true. They're trying to call a timeout. They've finally been awarded one. That speed of the outside keeps the middle frozen, and then you can hit Nathan Fullerton on the backside inside 2 or on the 10 ball. And then he's got the line wide open, and he can nail it all day.
Exactly, which I think is why Ezegira wasn't in the right position just then. It was because he was expecting that ball to go to the middle.
Absolutely.
Had adjusted for that, realized that it wasn't going to the middle, and just couldn't quite get to the position and get his body around to keep that ball in play. So we've had a couple of changes in the last couple of points. So point is back in for Johnson for Giants. They've now called a timeout. The next point after that. The last 3 points have gone Mallory's way, so they do have that 3-point lead because we were tied up just a minute ago. 2 really smart kills from Kwame. one high hand block out and one
huge.
straight into the block out. And then Fullerton with that epic line shot. So Giants are trying to stem the flow here.
Kwame has gotten hot here in this set, and it's the absolute perfect time. He was struggling in the first, struggling in the second, got started to come back in the second, but now he's hit his stride, and you can see it's lifted this Mallory offense.
Fullerton again with his float serve. Oh,
Wow.
what a cover from Point. Chen's backcourt, so he can't put that ball over. But
Another
Martinez
one.
can.
You've got to think this Giants team has got to start respecting this two-handed dump here. You've got to close off the swimming pool there.
You can call it the donut, the campfire, I don't know, the place of doom that nobody ever wants to go to. Nobody ever wants to touch that ball. But Martinez is going up with two hands, facing his body at the court, and nobody's there for that ball. Wow. Wow.
That ball's gone past about 6 Mallory Eagles there. Under the block, past the inside cover. Dan Hunter didn't even have a chance on it.
That's a really great angle. Again, on the inside angle of the block because the middles still aren't closing all the way, so it's leaving too much space. So Coach Stoev out to serve. Great pass again from Kwame. And
There's
Bund.
a run there.
Wow.
Beautiful A-ball over there, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel bad because I keep saying wow, but I don't really have a whole lot of words. I'm like I said, American, educated in America, have a limited vocabulary. Please bear with me. But I'm just going to say, Bund on that ball, that's the highest I've seen him jump tonight. He was well up there.
Yeah, no, he's flown there. And an unfortunate missed serve there with a bunch of momentum from that back row swing. I don't know, something about a back row kill really gets the crowd going.
I think it's that they can really come flying in at the ball instead of having to stop and jump straight up.
Totally agree.
You have so much more room to go forward at it. It just looks really cool.
Couldn't agree more.
Oh.
Short, and when we say short, we mean very short. Could not quite make it over there.
The idea is so good. It's such a good idea because the short serves, and I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of them in this set.
Yeah, Bund had a couple of them, and he was working them.
Oh, yeah. In the last set, they were absolutely decimating with short serves. What a dig by Fullerton.
Wow.
Oh, what a dig by Jesus. Oh, no. Miscommunication. Okay, free ball. Kwame, great free ball pass. Again, that B-ball. No touch this time. That one goes wide.
I like Cohen's demeanor on court. He seems very calm. He's just made an error. You're late in the third set here. Immediately shakes it off, says my bad, claims responsibility for it. That's one of those players that you like to have on your side of the court, especially as a setter. You know, your hitter makes an error, and there's a party that's like, hey, would you like that somewhere else? He just lets you know, hey, that's my bad.
So, some might say that was an error on Kwame. I'm going to say that's a really good serve.
Yeah. I totally agree, and I think this is something that you've been seeing out of Giants in the first set, but not something we've seen as much in these last two. They really need to, again, improve their service pressure, get back to where they were in the first, get them out of system, and really rack up more aces, because you're down 2 in the third. I mean, this is a massive set to win. Winner goes up 2-1 here, and that's a great position to be in.
Yes. And momentum-wise, being able to carry that into a fourth set.
Absolutely.
Is so important. But they've got, their heaviest hitting server on the line right now. Which obviously is why Thomas Jefferson just called this timeout, trying to throw him off a little bit. So if Sandhu's going to come out here and put in, a 90% power serve, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Eagles.
100%.
If he comes in with a 60% pressure serve,
it's not going to do it.
No.
Nope.
Sandhu comes in.
Wow.
And that was
huge.
A pressure serve.
Unfazed by the timeout. Just goes back and delivers a cannon of an ace.
I think this is the third one of these that we've seen today. Aces out of a timeout is not something that you see very often.
No. Takes a very strong mindset.
We'll talk about mindset after the set, remind me.
Oh, yeah.
And there, the shorter serve, but Hunter very well. Oh, how sad.
Eagles chaining together some errors here, and that's when you get in trouble, especially against a good team like Giants here.
What a waste of a beautiful pass from the libero, though. It looked so good. Sandu really going for it now. Oh, what a pass from Kwame. Out to Bund. Going for high hands. Oh, he's really
I know that
shocked.
face. I know that face. He's tried to play it off like it was a certain touch. What a run here from Sandu.
Yes. An incredible service run. If he can do it, what if he comes out of the second timeout and has a second ace?
I'll take a lap around this facility if he doesn't.
I want to see
I
full
will not
sprints.
do that, actually. No, my body is falling apart, and I've got another match to play tomorrow.
You do have to.
I cannot do it,
place more.
guys. I will be really impressed,
Yes.
and I'm sure that he would love that.
Yeah, we definitely need to talk about mindset between this set and the next one
Yes.
because I've got some thoughts.
I can't wait to
Some
hear
things
them.
that you've said during this set have really sparked some things for me.
There we go.
But right now, I really want to focus on this because this is such a good match.
Yeah, no,
I'm
this
so
is-
involved right now.
This is massive. These next couple points are, I think, will define how we look at the end game of this match here.
Completely agree. So, Sandu comes in,
Oh, he
going
wanted
for
it.
the heavy
He
serve.
wanted it down the line. Could not find it though.
Okay, one ace out of a timeout and one service error out of a timeout.
We'll take it.
That is good. So in that service run, he had 2 aces. And one service error.
Crucial miss though, because now you've got Fullerton back in the front row, and you've got Martinez behind the service line, who is
Oh.
very effective.
But Sandu,
Oh.
and now he comes into the tape. Oh, 2 errors in a row. Mentally tough, that. And you're right, having Fullerton in the front row, you've got a different block in front of your outsides. We're gonna have a replay because there's just a loose extra ball. Okay, let's try that again.
I think we got to keep our eyes peeled for a middle or a setter dump here. I think Chen's going to be very weary to set this outside.
And then Sandu.
Third error in the row.
Yep. I was just gonna say I don't think that made it into the block.
No, I don't think so either. That's unfortunate.
So 3 errors in a row. He's gonna have to do something different.
I don't think he was expecting that set, honestly. You saw his approach. It was much slower. I don't think he was expecting that.
Yep. I think he was in his own head. I've had 2 errors. I can't do. Ooh.
Oh,
Lissandro.
huge reach from Chen there. That's a set-saving reach there.
Yes, it is. That is a heck of a reach. Okay, so incredible reach from Chen there. And then Lissandro would just like the, oh, I'm really tall. I'm just going to put this down on your head.
Massive serve here for Dorian. Wow.
Oh,
Heater.
what a pass. Bund. Oh, into the block.
We got set point here.
Bund
in the
has
third.
been so consistent.
I mean, he's came alive in the last 2 sets.
He has. But it's just the consistency. You know, he's not necessarily absolutely thrashing every single ball,
Yeah.
but he's being smart with where he's trying to attack at.
Yep.
Aims is still having the serve. So who gets the ball back?
What
Touch
a
off the block.
dig.
Great dig from Hunter. So out of system to Kwabe. Smart rolling shot. Oh. And this is going to go Mallory's way. Called as a catch
He
ball.
knows what he's done. He knows what he's done.
Chen just pushing that a little too far,
Yeah, I think
giving
I
away
think-
that point.
I think he's trying the wipe off, but he's pulled his hands and he's ended up just holding it midair.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do respect the effort, though.
Oh, yeah, he's got to try something. His opposite wasn't firing. His outside couldn't get past the block effectively. You know,
Yep.
we've got to do something there.
Yeah.
And you called it anyway. You've got to look for like a setter dump or a.
I mean, I think you've got to keep it away from Fulton on the outside. That block's just too big.
Yeah.
I think you've got to put it in the middle. I like the idea of a dump, but hasn't executed there, which is unfortunate because they have been playing very good volleyball, but now they find themselves down 2-1 after a dominant set 1 win. They find themselves down. So we'll see if they can bounce back and force a 5th. I think
Yeah.
they definitely have it in them, but it'll
Oh,
come
yeah,
down to who's in the right headspace, who has the right mindset.
Yes, and thank you for that reminder. So
Gotcha.
mindset. So there's 2 things. One that you said earlier on in the set, and then one towards the end. So in the middle of the set, you talked about making an error and then coming back and just being calm about it because You know, you mentioned specifically Cohen he looks like he has a good mindset.
Yeah.
He let that one go as soon as it was gone.
Absolutely.
If you want to be an effective player, you have to do that in a match.
Yeah.
After the match, you can go back, rewatch your film, analyze what you've done, what went wrong, look at it again. That's fine. During the match, as Ted Lasso would say, be a goldfish.
Yes. Couldn't agree more.
As soon as the point is gone, it's gone. Or even as soon as that specific touch on a ball is gone, that's it. You have to focus on every single moment as it comes. Every time the ball comes at you, what is the best touch that you can have on that ball?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think especially in volleyball, it's resonant because obviously every point is a brand new point. It's not like football where, if you make a mistake, now the other team's at the 1 yard line. It's a much different sport. You've got to be able to flush your mistakes if you want to be a successful player. If you dwell and you make 3 errors in a row, that's the stuff like that gets you taken off, that gets you pulled. And if you make those mistakes, then you're not going to succeed at a high level in this sport. You've got to be able to reset.
Yeah, completely agree with that. And then the other bit is just mindset in general, the way that you approach the game. You can't think about every aspect of the game at all times. You're going to spread your brain too thin.
Yeah.
The human mind can only focus so much. You have to think, and I've kind of touched on this already, you have to think about what can you do in one moment to make that ball better.
Yep.
It reminds me of a fun factoid about volleyball. In an average match, excluding the setter and the libero, who are the 2 players that tend to touch the ball the most, how much time does an average player actually make contact with the ball?
It's a great question. I have no idea.
So in a match that might last, 2 hours, let's just say, the average player is going to touch the ball for less than 10 seconds.
Wow. Interesting. It changes the way you look at the game when you can see it that way. It makes it seem a lot more manageable.
Yes. So if you break it down into those manageable chunks and just think, what is happening right now, and what can I do to make it better or do something creative?
Yep.
That'll help you stand out from other players, either in your team or on the opponent's squad. And that's ultimately what we're all trying to do as volleyball players. We want to make ourselves better, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. And thank you for listening to our podcast about mindset in volleyball. We will be starting a subscription service for $19.99, and that will be paid in cash, please, directly to our bank transfer.
I will also accept being paid in food.
Yes.
I like food.
I would never say no.
All right. Got to get started off here with Clark to serve. Straight out to Stoev.
Oh, overruled there. Line ref has called it out, clearly in the court.
Yep, I'm going to have to agree there. That looked well inside the court. So first referee overruling. We've seen a couple of times today that's happened. Now, like us, the first referee is an elevated position, so they have a pretty good view of the court. Can come in and heavy.
Jumps and somehow passes that perfectly off a jump.
Another one of those B-balls. Oh, doing well there to get back up for that block. Bund down the front of Lopez.
Sneaks it under.
I must say, though, Cohen there had that ball, landed, immediately jumped back up for the block. Got a good containing block touch. That's really impressive.
Yep.
Martinez floats it a bit long.
Clearly frustrated there. He's not one to make a lot of service errors. So
interesting. It's just starting to cool down in the hall here.
Yeah.
And it's weird to see how much the temperature makes a difference to the way the ball moves when you serve a float serve.
Totally agree.
So Stoev, that's a great pass from Hunter. Again, out to that B. I don't know if it's that Cohen likes that ball or if Martinez likes that ball, but that connection is so good.
I think they both like how it looks on their highlight reel, which we can watch right now. I think that definitely plays a factor in it. And it's very effective, keeping the middle, especially in an out-of-system situation. When you've got an opposite like Fulton, you need to establish the B-ball. Great block there, and it gets sent into the bench.
Big block from Fullerton there. And almost a really good piece of block coverage from Lopez. You don't tend to see your middles down low enough to get good block coverage, but he was in the right position, nearly.
Absolutely.
Bund. Decent pass from Stoev. Straight out to Sandu. That's a great
chance. He's got no chance to play that.
think that's pushing the bounds of the possibility of reaction time within a human brain to try and get something on that. Lopez up. Another one of these long float serves.
These are the ones that when you watch this match back, win or lose, you're going to want those float serves back.
And then Cohen overcorrects. Has his own float serve error.
Yeah.
Straight into the net this time.
Let's see what Sandhu's got back here on the line. Grabs a bit of the tape here.
I think that actually played into
Opposite
Malory's
side.
hand.
I mean,
Wow.
as a defense, you have nowhere to point your finger there. He's hit it over the block into the very back corner of the court.
Yep. And he's well over the block as well.
Yeah. That's just one you have to accept. You have to clap your hands for that one.
That's a good pass from Lysandro there. Oh. Martinez, how did he get that clean set out?
Excellent set. He's got great hands.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what a dig from Hunter. Again, in the pipe. Bund is shut down.
Wow. Dorian and Lysandro just absolutely neutralized what was developing into an amazing Martinez clip right there. I mean, look at this bump set. Puts it on a platter and just gets absolutely stuffed.
I mean, with two blocks up, so well positioned, you don't have any angle in the court.
Yeah.
Your only option at that point is to try and roll it over the block.
Yep.
But he was already committed by then.
Or just pray that it catches his elbow in the wrong way and it goes 13 meters into the crowd. Ooh, finds the back line once again.
That's a great serve from point there.
Bund has let a few of those slip by him down the back line. Giants have a 1-point lead now, and he lets that one go again. Wow.
Okay.
That takes some nice intuition to let one go deep after you've just been aced on the back line. That was close
Especially
as well.
when it's a different type of serve. So the one
Yeah.
before that's a float serve. It just dipped at the last minute. That's a really heavy-handed topspin
Yeah.
serve, which tends to dip quite steep at the end.
No, absolutely.
So very brave, but well managed. Stoev,
Great block touch. Got to make a play on it. There we go.
great chase out by Fullerton.
Oh, easily scooped up by Dorian.
Yep. Out to Sandhu, who takes a rolling shot. And this time we've got a net touch by Clark. And he knows as well, all of the drums are going now. The Eagles fans are definitely ramping it up. I say Eagles fans, they might be Giants fans. They have very similar colors.
I think they're Giants in the top, and I think Eagles are on the bottom there. I believe.
They're just all sat together.
if I'm not mistaken.
Good to see a little bit of.
Wow.
Okay.
Uses that easily.
That is so smart. And, you know, we've talked about the consistency from Bund here. But, again, looking at where he wants to put that ball.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
I mean,
Again,
he has been the spark plug for this team. They had a tough first set, and then he came in, service run in the second. Some great kills using this massive Giants block. He has been the difference maker here. Him and Nathan, obviously, but I think he's the one who got this wave started. Nathan was making some errors. He came in, delivered some service, and started scoring very efficiently, very fast, and has been able to maintain that.
Oh, I love the little tongue wag.
Love that. Big block and a big celebration. You got to have some fun here, especially on this stage. Let's see that again. Viewers, please hide it from your kids. The tongue is waggling. Oh, no. Thank God we've just cut it off there. That was a close one. Oh.
Somehow.
Thought he touched that.
I thought he touched it as well. That's a decent service run there. Chen now. Kwame. Look at that pass. Inch perfect. Bund really going for the high hands there. Chen with a really heavy topspin. This one goes just long. Bit of relief for the Eagles there.
Just a bit too much sauce on that one. And as this game is even at 9, you've got to hope that the service errors come to a halt here, because in the 4th set of a national semifinal, you've got to stop with the little mistakes like that if you want to go to the next stage. Wow. Synchronized wow from the commentators here. I mean, there's not else to say. On his knee, into the B-ball. Let's watch that one again, maybe 4 or 5 more times.
Yeah, can we just watch that, because that was so perfect.
That's gorgeous.
But like the connection, it looked like Chen was telepathing to Lopez. This is where the ball's gonna be. This is where the ball's gonna be. It was so perfect. Oh,
Great
what a pass!
Yeah,
yes.
No chance. You can see the frustration of the Giants' blockers.
Yeah, when Fullerton gets a really good high set, yes, you have plenty of time to get yourself set.
Yeah.
But when he's got time to really get his approach in, he's so high up there.
Mm-hmm.
What are you supposed to do with that?
Not much.
Oh, that's a well-placed serve. Point.
Wow. It's a great swing, clinical.
I'm wondering if I just heard the MC call him Dorian Points. Which actually, I wish I'd have thought that.
That's a great name.
Because that's a really smart thing to do. Okay, so we've got Lopez coming off. We've got Glazer coming on for a serving substitution. Glazer with a float serve. Hunter well passes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've just witnessed the play of the day.
Yep.
And that's a day that features my own team. And I have given the play of the day to this clip right here. Let's watch that one again.
The height.
Just puts a dent in the floor. Can we see? Yeah, let's see that one more time.
We got to watch it
Shout
one
out,
more time,
Jay.
right?
We got to see that one more time.
Oh, my God.
Gosh, we're going to need to take an extended break to fix the hole in the floor.
Oh, and we have another ball loose. So that was just insane. You don't expect such a big guy to jump so high. That's a serious leap.
Nice pass to Dorian there.
Oh, that's a great set. Out to point.
Transition.
Oh,
A little beachy there. Nice cut shot off the hands.
Poink has come in with that volleyball IQ ever since he made his way onto the court midway through set number 1.
Mm-hmm.
What an impact.
Couldn't agree more.
Sandu going a little bit lighter handed this time. Go, go, go. Nope, not going to make it.
He's not getting there. Excellent hustle. 2012 GB Olympics, he's getting there. But today, can't quite make it.
Yeah, it's a good chase down.
He's been an absolute pillar of this Mallory back row today, though.
He's been
he is
so good.
They've been lighting him up in the left back, and he's been scooping everything.
Sandu serves again. Bit heavier this time. Out to Fullerton. A little bit of a
Back
push.
over.
Oh, that's a really good bit of coverage. Bit of confusion,
Have a swing.
but Bund is going to swing. We're going back to Poink. Kwame. Oh, what a smart swing. Hunter down there on the floor. Really feeling that one.
A little excitement from Hunter there. You don't see that often. Usually very stoic, very straight-faced, but got a little fist pump as well. It's kind of fun.
It always feels that little bit extra good after you chase a ball down, and then you can get the kill after that.
I mean, if I got a kill and had an Olympian cheering me on, I think I would also play better. So I understand it.
Yeah, that's fair. Out to Poink again. Oh, that's a good block from Martinez. Poink again. This
There's
time.
the mismatch.
Yep.
They know it as well. You can see this Giants offense has totally shifted since Fullerton's gone into the back row.
Yep.
They have shifted to feeding the outside. They've gone away from the middle. They've gone away from the 10 ball. They haven't seen a setter dump. They're taking advantage of this size mismatch on the outside. And now with Stoa at front court, you have to imagine they're going to do the same thing because he is the coach and he will sub them off if they don't set him. I'm actually not sure how the dynamic is, but it'd be pretty funny.
Poink follows that one up with a service error. But now he's in the backcourt, although he had been taking advantage of the fact.
Dr. Beach Volley says, you got to jump higher to block Nathan. Easy advice.
That's
it's easier said than done.
You say that, but the basic tenets of volleyball are kind of just as simple as that. The rule is don't let the ball touch the floor on your side of the court.
Mm-hmm.
Volleyball is the easiest sport ever, right?
Yep.
So Kwame's service error brings us to a double Oh, no, sorry. Excuse me. There's only a single substitution this time. I just assumed that it was going to be a double substitution, but it's not.
There was a lot of people by the sub line. I saw it as well. There was a lot of
okay.
people there.
So we got Muskadov coming back in as a serving sub. So that float serve, really great pass from Hunter.
Ooh,
and Martinez with a cheeky back dump. This roll shot's well handled by Fullerton. Bun looked way too far under that ball and somehow
found some hands.
Doesn't
have to look pretty.
No, it doesn't. It just has to work. Okay, so now Martinez is going to have a bit of a break as we get some height into the front row, presumably blocking substitution while they're serving.
How much taller is this new setter than Martinez is the question, though.
But is he better is the other question.
I think so. I think I saw him warming up pregame.
Okay.
Let's see what we get here.
That's a great swing.
And he comes right back on. He was ready, though. Great blocking stuff.
Yep, blocking substitution. Every once in a while, Jess knows what she's talking about. Right. Chen.
Poorly timed service error there.
Yeah. Just one of those things. I think he tossed that one a little too far in front of him. Still fairly tight in this set. Another loose ball. Don't know what the... Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was looking at the flip score on the far end from us, and I was like, the score is wrong. Because I clearly have 15-16. So Martinez, that's a good float serve, but well handled by Poink. Straight out to Sandu on the outside.
Sandu looking for a touch there, but it has escaped him. You can clearly see no trajectories changed on the ball. Again, clear for us to see from the booth, but from his perspective, you have to assume he thought he got a pinky.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, if we had Hawkeye, maybe he did. Maybe you'd see one of those little waggly fingers.
It's true.
So, from the knees set. Oh, what a roll from Stoev. Bund now, again using those hands.
Bund is just on fire.
He has found a shot that is working for him against a much taller block. And even when he's out of system, under the ball, in a weird position, he's like, that's fine. I know exactly what I'm going to do with that. That brings up a lead for Mallory. And now we have another ball on the court.
Probably better for London Giants, though, as Chen was fully on the ground, sprawl trying to set that one to Stoev. So ideally, they get a better pass here.
Yeah, I think Chen's been a bit run off of his feet in this match. He's really starting to struggle.
Well, Dorian's looking to pass hands here, but he hasn't been getting the height behind it. And the location's right, but he's got to get some more height, especially when Chen's coming from the one here.
Yeah.
There you go. That's much better. That's going to work.
That is much better.
Ooh.
And that was a great connection with Lopez. Much better. Give him the time to get up there. They were going to call a timeout right before that point happened, but they were too late, and the first referee had already whistled for the service. So Stoev up to serve. We're tied again at 17-all.
Nice pass from off 1 foot. Ooh, Bund is finally stopped there. Swinging through 2. Looking for cross court.
Poink fired up for his first block.
Yeah, let's see Dorian press back into the court there, into the opening. Nobody's home for the cover as well.
No, that was such a good turn and press. Great angle from him. Stoev serves again.
Nice pass from the middle there.
Ooh, that's
tries
very low.
to bump set the middle. Like the idea.
Sandu. And then a net touch call. Nathan turned around straight away. So, yeah, that was me.
Nathan confirms it.
Yep.
Says, yes, you are allowed to call me in the net on that one.
I mean, if he looked at you and was not happy with your call, would you not be a little bit intimidated?
Sneaks over and whispers,
"You'll never ref in England again if you call me in the net."
So Mallory calls a timeout now, 17-19, so just the smallest of gaps starting to open up. It's there's been a lot of point swings both ways, but it still feels like it's been a really tight match.
Yep.
I know that Giants are leading by 2 right now, but I don't think I can call it at this point.
I agree. I think in the next 5 to 6 points, we're going to see the story of this match unfold here. Because if Mallory can get out of this side out first ball, go on a service run, obviously anything can happen. But if the Giants extend this lead to 3 or 4, I think we're going 5.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. That is my prediction. And what a hot take that is. If Mallory scores more points, they could win. Like, really, nice commentary, Neil. Well done.
I mean, sometimes that's kind of what it sounds like. Or you're telling people
I
things
am a
that they already
visionary.
know. It's fine.
If Mallory scores more points, they could win.
Stoev
Oh!
with an ace service out of the timeout.
Player coach Jackie Moon of London Giants with an ace.
Sandhu just taking a deep breath there, jokingly with his bench, I guess. Don't get too excited just yet.
Ooh, too much for Edichidi on that. That's just not going to get there. Especially at this stage of the game, you cannot be missing those float serves.
No, and it keeps Mallory only 2 points back. So we're going to have a substitution again. Dalrymple's going to come back in for Kwame, who, I totally agree with you, Kwame's been so good.
He has come to life in these last 2 sets.
Now, that being said, Dalrymple came on and made a massive impact
He did.
in set 2.
Let's see if he can add to the best stat line of all time, hitting 1,001 block and 2 points.
That's a good block from Nathan.
Massive stop there. Massive stop.
And that is exactly what you don't want to see from one of your veteran players, is turning around to your team saying, where's my cover?
No.
I'm trusting you guys, and you're not there. Good serve from Bund, but that's a great pass from Stoev there. Straight out to, wow.
Sandhu just absolutely denting the court here.
Sandhu not taking any prisoners with that one.
Let's watch that again.
How steep is that?
That's just absolutely obliterated.
Just between the 2 defenders. That brings Lopez up to serve.
Nice deep float there, but passed well by Hunter.
So
we know where
calm
this
in the
ball's
pass.
going. Wow, stuffed.
Okay, we knew where that ball was going.
So did they.
So did they. Sandro's face. He's just following Boink around. And it's second time out for Mallory Eagles. I just can't get that image out of my head. I can't get that image out of my head of Lysandro just turning around to Boink going, ah. Lopez with another serve, middle to middle there. Straight to the pipe with Bund. And that ball is dug out. Bund again. That consistent attack.
Everywhere. He is everywhere.
I love watching Dan Hunter. As a libero, he's so calm and cool no matter what's happening.
He plays the game at his own speed, which is something that takes a lot of years to learn, I feel.
Yep. Sandhu going over the top of Dalrymple, I think, there.
Sandhu plays at his own speed as well, and that speed is lightning fast.
Yes. His arm whips so quick, genuinely.
I mean, he may not be able to throw a baseball at age 40, but right now he's great. There's just no way that shoulder joint is intact in the next 10 years because it's just, ooh, too much shoulder joint there. Sorry, I've spoken too soon.
Commentator's curse strikes
I know,
again.
seriously. There has got to be some sort of retribution for being able to hit the ball like that, though.
Yeah, there has to be.
It's just not fair to the rest of us players.
Fullerton with a float serve. Point doesn't handle it the best, but he gets an out-of-system set. Hunter again, just knowing exactly where that ball is going to go. Oh, he gets a good touch on that, but it just doesn't go where he needs it to go.
24-21 here. It's looking like we're going 5 here.
I mean, honestly, this has been a hell of a match so far. Cannot wait to see what happens over the next few points. Point with a short serve. The overpass is not put down.
Huge block there to keep it alive.
That's really good. And I don't know if that block was actually going to be in or not, but Stoev thought it was, and that's all it takes.
It was.
It very well could have been. I don't actually know. Okay, so we're going to see Dalrymple serve for the first time.
Ah, true. Is this his first serve of the match?
First serve of the match.
Wow. First serve of the match on set point to go to the 5th is nerve-wracking.
Okay, we've got London Giants setter Chen down there toweling the floor.
Bit of time wasting here, I believe, but it's part of the game.
I think he's also asked for a rotation check to ask who the next server was to make sure they stood in the right. I think you're right, though. 100% time wasting.
Yeah,
just trying to throw Dalrymple off.
Going for a jump serve. Wow.
That's a
Welcome
heavy
to
jump.
the service line.
Sandu has to put over two-handed push. Oh, what a connection. The no-looky.
What a dig.
Two-handed push again. Oh, great set from Lissandro.
Another
Good
great
dig from Okay. Bund again. Smart roll, but well picked up. Sandu from the back. Block touch and out. Giants take the set.
Great rally there, though.
Incredible rally to finish that set off with. Wow. I mean, this has been... So we started the day off with a 3-0 victory for the Mallory Eagles women's team.
Yep.
And we've now had... We're about to have our third 5th set match out of 4 matches today.
It's a high-level day of volleyball here. Crystal Palace is not home to scrubs.
No, it is not. Now, I did say to Michael first thing this morning when we were first starting out, I'm super excited for today because the season's over. Anything can happen today. Any team can show up in their best form or their worst form. Everything else that's happened in the season up to this point doesn't matter. And this, we are seeing it right now.
Yep. That's the mindset. I mean, it's one day, you know, it's not a course of a season. It's any team can show up at any point. And that's the mindset our team came in with. That's the mindset that all these teams should have had. And I think it's clearly showed here with, as you said, 3 5-set matches in the span of a couple hours.
Yeah. Really incredible performances from both men's and women's players today. Exactly what we all wanted to see. So just to give you guys a little bit of an update, we have top scores for each team. So for Mallory Eagles, our top scorer is Nathan Fullerton, which I don't think is a surprise to anybody.
Not shocking.
He's on 21 points at the minute. Top scorer for London Giants is Dorian Poink with 16 points. So I don't think that Sandu must be really close to that.
Yeah.
It must be
feels
like
like
15
it's been all
or
them.
so.
It's been
Yeah.
them two all game.
Those two have been like the outlets. Yep. So, and then on the Mallory side, it feels like Bund has had quite a lot of kills as well. So, yes, he's probably a few points further behind Nathan than, you know, that Sandu might be behind Poink. But it's just, it's a festival of kills.
Sure is.
We've had 79 kills.
Wow.
Let's see how many service errors we've had, because there were 30 service errors in the last match.
I may or may not have been responsible for some of those errors. But listen, if you haven't tried to serve on that side with the sun in your eyes, then you can't say anything, all right? People watching at home.
To be fair, I think you guys had the toughest match because that is, and
I
we're
felt like I was
up in
playing
the commentary
surface
booth,
of the sun.
and you could feel the sun hitting you, and I'm like, I can't even imagine trying to play when that's hitting you in the face.
I mean, literally, the 5th set came down to who won the coin toss. We get stuck on the sun side, and we're down 8-4 on the switch.
Yep.
So, you know, not making excuses.
So, we've had 30 service errors in this match so far. So,
yeah.
I'm going to hazard a guess that there's going to be more in this match.
I could see it. I don't know, fifth set,
I would
though.
be really
Everybody's locked
shocked
in.
if there were no service errors in this set.
Yes, I would be shocked as well.
But London Giants, 10 aces,
Wow.
18 service errors.
See, that's the thing. Is like, yes, they're a hard-serving team, but when do you get past the tipping point?
It's all about those statistics. And it's, the small margin of error, because volleyball at times is a game of centimeters, millimeters even.
Yeah.
Sandu looks really pumped up out there doing some tuck jumps. Getting stoked.
All right, Chen's going to start us off. Here we go. Third, fifth set of the day.
Heavy topspin to start. Martinez does well to keep that ball alive. And Bund, some great self-cover.
Oh.
Miscommunication.
It's a bit over-revved there. He knows it as well. He knows it.
I think at first he was expecting Kwame to attack that from the backcourt.
Mm-hmm.
So Chen again with a heavy serve. Hunter tries to take some heat off it. Takes a little too much off. So free ball to Giants. And Stoev takes full advantage of his one-on-one with Martinez.
Yeah, he's got no chance there. He's getting back late from saving it. Here comes Sadu for another runaround. Let's watch that in the replay. Yeah, Martinez is late to the block and clearly undersized. He doesn't really have a chance to stop that. You got to hope for a Dan Hunter dig, and he just wasn't quite there.
Yeah, Chen running a really good offense, taking those middles away wherever he can. It's a good pass. And Bund. Oh, that's a great dig, though. Out to Stoev, who's blocked this time. Chest cover. Nathan getting a little bit of a hand. And this time, Martinez, I think, aiming for hands.
Yep, he was
Stoev
looking
seeing
for him.
it, yep.
Tough start for these Eagles here as they now find themselves in a 3-0 hole. There's an early timeout call there from Coach. I like it. I think that's the move. I think in a fifth set to 15, it's very difficult to dig yourself out of a hole.
Yep. Yeah, it's really important. You say it's difficult to dig yourself out of a hole, but weren't you guys down like 5 points in your fifth set? And you came back like, and it was 14-16 in the end?
We did find ourselves an extra point.
Yeah. So
you may or may not be correct about that.
It can happen. I can go back and look to check for you if you want. No, but it can happen.
I'm not ready to watch that film back yet. It's too fresh.
That's fair. I think, from a playing standpoint, probably better to wait until after the weekend to start going back and reanalyzing. But Thomas Jefferson, knowing that we're only going to 15 points, trying to stop the momentum as quickly as possible. Can he throw Chen off his serve? He's got so much experience as a coach, though. He's so good.
Oof.
This time Bund is over. Oh, what a dig from Fullerton.
Oh. Dan Hunter taking his time to get up here, making sure he's all right. He's just slid into the ad board. Excellent dig from Fullerton now.
That was so good. It's really just unlucky.
Mm-hmm. One of the top attackers and also top defenders in the league.
Yes.
Again, not just on the blocking side as well, on the defensive side.
Yes, he has a lot of digs. So Fullerton comes in to swing this time. Oh, what a defense from Chen. Sandu goes for the tip. Going out to Bund. Good block cover. So we're going to go out of system to Fullerton. From the backcourt, another incredible defense from Chen. Fullerton plays that ball because he's not sure. And a great connection.
That's just textbook right there.
Yep. Exactly what they needed to get out of that rotation, put them into a much more favorable rotation with Martinez in the back.
Nice dropping float serve there, but a better one-handed set.
But that defense, and that's out.
Still
that
have no.
defense. from Martinez. How he got his body in front of that ball.
Stoev maybe exchanging words with the line ref there. Maybe not. Maybe just sending a look over, but I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that look, I'll say that. Giants still lead by 2, but Mallory's pushing back in.
Martinez targets Stoev after that call, but then Stoev comes
says
back
that one's in.
with the fire.
And they're going to have a talking to here.
Yep. Not too surprising considering what's just happened. Oh, we've got cowbell. We need more cowbell.
Always need more cowbell. I've got a fever. The only prescription is more cowbell. And another missed float serve there. Mid SNL quote, we've seen another missed float.
Yep. Well, they've officially surpassed your service errors from your
Let's go.
match. So
small victories, ladies and gentlemen. Small
that's
victories.
exciting. So Bund comes in, well handled by Point, but it's going out to Sandu. And a touch is called.
Eagles are not happy with this call.
I'm not sure who exactly touched that ball, but the line judges are a lot closer to it than we are.
Yeah, very true.
Right, so Lopez up to serve. Getting close to that mental mark of who makes it to 8 points and triggers the side switch. Another one of those B-balls. Oh, that's great cover by Point, though. So out of the pipe for the Giants. Sandu covers Point with an open net, interestingly.
Excellent cross-court swing there, finding the gap in the defense.
The MC definitely has to be calling him Dorian Points. I feel like that's what's happening right now. That's it. From now on, he's Dorian Points.
I like it. We'll see if Dorian Points has a couple more in him.
Right. Oh, that's a great swing again from Kwame. Just mentally trying to get a little bit more momentum before they get to that 8-point window.
Yep, no, you got to turn that outside hand in.
Yep.
When you're up flat like this, it's easy to use it. You got to press that outside hand in.
Targeting Point in the service reception again. And Sandu.
Another huge swing from Sandu.
Yeah. And that brings up the end swap. So we're just going to have a quick changing of the ends. Players aren't allowed to stop and have water or anything like that.
8-4 switch. We have seen this before.
We have indeed seen this before.
Will this match go to extra points or not? I don't know.
I don't know. Is it magic end?
Does Mallory have that dog in them? That is the question.
I don't know. I feel like their history would say so.
Nice deep serve there,
Oh,
but
that's
handled well.
Oh, what a paintbrush. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works.
Ooh, pass off. Back to him.
Really out of system to Point. Great read by Kwabe. And he gets the ball back. It's recycled, and there's a net touch. Called against Lissandro.
Down ref has called a net touch on Chen.
Was it on 10?
Oh,
Lissandro. He looked
interesting.
really shocked by that.
I'm seeing a very still net from here, but again, we don't get paid to make those calls.
Exactly. We get paid to be armchair referees.
Yes.
So much more fun.
And remember people's names. Just like Sandu's name, who has just got another kill off the side of the block.
Yep, he's absolutely taking that block to task, using the fingertips where he can, taking advantage of the fact that Kwame is a bit smaller than him. Are we going to see Dalrymple make one more appearance?
Ooh, finds the net there.
Not after that from point straight into the net. Can't call him points after he starts working to the
Nope.
net. Okay, we are going to have a blocking substitution, I think. As we see number 7, Yashar, come in. And you are correct. He has a setter. So he
I was
can
going to say, I
set.
thought I saw him warming up his hands earlier.
Yeah.
I was not mistaken.
Kwame with a bit of a hybrid serve going on there. Chen getting out there. And
Oh,
Stoev.
off Stoev's head.
What a
Got
time.
Mikasa on his forehead.
Yeah. What a time to get a block. And that
Massive.
blocking substitution linking back up with Logan Clark. Great from Yashar and Clark. Kwame with another heavy serve. That's
Dime
a
pass,
beautiful
though.
pass. Stoev into the very bottom third of the net.
Stoev has lost the plot here as we're now even at 9s.
Chen asking the second, trying to get the attention of the second referee to call for a timeout. As we're now tied up 9-9. What a match. Really, really pushing things. It could still go either way. Somebody in the chat says it's going to be 15-12 Giants. Somebody else says 15-13 Mallory. So everybody could be right at this point because nobody knows. It's such a tight match, and there's been such a high level of volleyball being played. Kwame just taking a deep breath out of the timeout, coming back for his next serve. Oh, tape trickler, but well picked up by Jesus. Oh, what a dig. And Stoev coming back from that run of errors just to put one down on the overpass.
Service up here for Lissandro.
Yep, so we've got Muscadov coming back in. We've seen this in 2 or 3 sets already. So decent pass there. Oh, Bund.
Wow. Absolutely pegs the back corner there.
What a time to turn it on.
He's feeling it now. He's
He
feeling it.
really is, yeah. I like this as well because I feel like when he gets more pumped up, he jumps higher.
Yep, couldn't agree
He's
more.
one of those players that you can visibly see the difference.
Yep, definitely energy-based.
Wow. That connection. So Point puts in a really fast pass, but the
Yep.
fact that Lopez made himself available to Chen for that ball, boom.
Also, I mean, Chen being taller and having a great vertical leap, his contact point is so much higher. It makes that B-ball, 31, whatever you want to call it, so much easier to run. It's way flatter of a set, doesn't have to rise at all. Just goes straight across.
Kwame with the dime.
I mean,
Bund.
Bund is all over this 5th set, ladies and gentlemen.
Bund is feeling his attacking dream right now.
Yep.
He is full on, fully realized, smashing everything.
Fullerton
Yes.
rotates front row as well.
But we've still got
Game
Yashar in.
changer.
Okay. Good containing block there. Going back out, oh, we've got a tip, but that's a good tip cover. And Bund again, hot hand, use him, sets out. Out to Fullerton, who's blocked. Massive block.
Massive time for a block there. Let's watch that again. Out of system set. Fullerton thinks he can find the line or at least find a set of hands, and they just press right back in. He rolls off them. And it's celebration on the Giants side as we are now at 11-12. Giants leading by 1 here in the late stages of day 1 at Crystal Palace.
It's so close. Right, Stoev serves. Great pass. Right out to Fullerton on the outside. Deep corner. Over the top of the block
I
again.
think he's hitting 1,000 on his outside swings. I think there may be a conversation that needs to be had about getting some more of those for him because he's pegged that back corner about 6 times this match.
Yeah, it does feel like the matchup on that side is a bit more favorable for him.
It hasn't even been touched as well. I think also just as a righty, I think it's much easier to hit with the ball coming across instead of past your entire body. I think it's just much easier.
Sandu again taking advantage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a side-out battle here. Somebody has got to put this away from the service line.
Okay, I don't know if you guys could see it from the angle that you're at with the camera, but as Lysandro was coming back on the court, just getting the craziest pump-up discussion from his libero. Chest bump and everything.
Oh, some controversy here. As Fullerton's just bombed one over the block. Trying to figure out what the controversy is here. Were they not ready? Didn't they serve? Am I missing something? Chen has not curried favor with this ref here today. This ref does not like Chen.
This is really interesting because Eagles definitely won that point.
Yes.
The ball was down. So what is the first referee going to determine here? Because if they
sure.
call a replay when the buzzer went off when the ball was already on the ground, I feel like that's really controversial.
Oh, we've got a yellow card. For what?
Oh, we do have a replay.
A replay. What has happened?
So it looks like Chen was asking about his next server to make sure that they were on the right one.
Interesting. Controversy here at Crystal Palace.
So I'm just going to say, this is a really weird call because Lysandro came back on the court, but he had been subbed off for Muscadov.
Oh my gosh. It is so crazy you said that. I thought, like, when he came back on, I was like, wait, did he come back in for the service sub? But I didn't say anything because I didn't think I was right.
But you were right.
I was totally right. But they get a
so
replay
the
off
fact
that?
that they got a replay after they
That
had the
cannot be
wrong
right.
player on the court is really crazy. This has got to be the controversy
That cannot
of the
be
day.
right.
So Lysandro serves.
Same exact play. Let's see it again. Oh, and they
Right.
got a play up on this one.
Good dig there from Lopez. Point is dug.
They've called a net. Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
That brings up match point.
Controversy
So
of the
surely we're going to
night.
have a timeout. Yep, okay. So this. So I don't even know. I would love to have Nick Heckford up here. I would love to ask him this right
He's
now.
the resident expert.
He is.
We need to call New York for our rules specialist.
I mean, honestly, this would be one of those times that would be great to have him in the background, just waiting and watching, answering our questions. Please explain what happened. Because to me, it looked like the wrong player was on the court. The captain was asking about the rotation. The first referee didn't notice, but you know,
Totally agree.
which one of those takes precedence? So we're gonna have a reversal of that substitution for Eagles. Martinez back in, Yasher out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do it for. We've got
the
match
heartbeat
point
going
here.
on in the background. Lopez. Okay, Bun puts one up. Fullerton puts
Wow,
one
we
down.
knew where that ball was going.
Exactly what Eagles needed off of the back of that net touch error and that little bit of controversy.
Now, this is a rotation that you're nervous to get stuck in on match point. You've got a middle and the back row. You've got to hope that he can, one, drop an aggressive serve and then play some defense.
That's a good serve.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good pass. Out to Sandu. Oh, great containing
Ball is
block
live.
touch, but that's not the best of passes, so
No.
it's going to Fullerton, and he's blocked.
And Fullerton has restrained himself from punching the pole there.
And London
He is
Giants are going
frustrated.
absolutely mental. What a match. And you can see just how much it means to London Giants, who have come up. This is their first season, as we said, in the Super League, and they have just secured their ticket to the men's gold medal match. They could be champions of the league in their very first season.
What a game that was.
Really crazy as well to see that come from an 8-4 lead.
Yep.
Coming all the way back. Massive match. 32 service errors. 41 other errors. We had just shy of 100 kills in that match. That's pretty impressive. 96.
That's what the fans want.
23
delivered
blocks.
they have.
23 blocks and 13 aces.
Wow.
That is an impressive piece of work. So, top scorer for Mallory Eagles, Nathan Fullerton, 23 points. Top scorer for London Giants, no surprise here, Sandhu Lovepreet coming in at 19 points. But it was that service pressure, I think, for London Giants that really made the difference in the end.
That is the brand of volleyball that they have adopted over these last couple months with all these new signees, is hard service and big blocks, and that has carried them all the way to the final now, where they will face Essex Rebels, another team with great service pressure and big blockers. Very excited to see that matchup.
Yep, excited about that. So stay tuned, because in just a couple of minutes, we're going to have an interview with our man of the match. So definitely stay tuned, and really definitely tune in tomorrow. We're live from, I think, just past 9 o'clock. We'll have the first of the bronze medal matches. We'll have the women first, and then the men. And we will definitely look forward to hosting you then. So see you in just a moment. All right, Dorian, really, really impressive game.
Yes, thank you.
So you just got beat out the last couple of points before, because you were the top scorer for your team, and then the last couple of points, Sandhu just overtook you just a little bit. But really impressive performance today. How do you feel?
Amazing. We start very good, but later we find the hole that we need to put some effort to come back from our knees. And as a team, we support each other in every moment like a crazy. We know that this is one moment in our life for somebody. For me, it's like end of the seasons, because I'm a bit older than guys. It's like, it's amazing. I would like to tell a lot, but I'm losing the voice.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. So you say you're a bit older, but I think that experience really gave you a lot of really smart playing today. So you had a lot of kills like inside of the block.
Yeah.
So what is it that you're looking at when you're attacking?
When I'm attacking, the most important is if I have a clear ball to the net. If I see the block, I can spike where I want. When I see there is like a good block in front of me, I try to do something. I'm not like a young guy who try only hit. I'm a little older, so I need to use my brain to make a block out, tip. I know there is like 5 sets. We have 5 sets, and the opponents also are tired. If we put more pressure for them, they are breaking. It's like mental in the head. In every sport is same.
Yes, it definitely is. Mentality is such an important thing.
Exactly.
But how amazing is it to know that this is your first season as a team in the Super League and you've made it to the gold medal match?
Yes, it's not enough what you tell, because we complete our team like a couple weeks ago. We have a lot of problems with health in our team. We have a big hospital, but yeah, like it's like amazing feeling that we make this one step more, and this like last step. Next day, what we need to find power to fight with the much more better opponents that we have today. Essex is like they have amazing venue, amazing possibility to practice. They have a good coach, preparation coach. We also trying to do everything what we can. We have a good coach Mickey who put us from the knees. What we can tell more? We need to let's come to tomorrow and see how we're playing. Yeah.
Yes. So definitely go and get some rest tonight. Enjoy the victory, and we look forward to seeing you guys perform tomorrow, because if you play as well as you did tonight, I'm so excited to watch this match between you guys and Essex Rebels. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And really well played. All right, that was Dorian Points and myself, and we are going to call him Dorian Points, as though he's been scoring points, because he did absolutely dominate in that match. Some really smart plays from him. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. It was an incredible day of volleyball. We saw 3 5-set matches, 1 3-set match. So I can only hope that tomorrow brings us more of the same. So catch us live from just after 9 o'clock when we'll start with the women's bronze medal match. Thank you.